Yo, a good Wednesday to you. What is up? It's the Press Box Party every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm Antoine. You're listening to Stream 35 Radio. Two ways to listen to the show. Most of you streaming the show on mixlr.com/Stream35 Radio. Good way to listen if you're on your computer or on your phone. You'll get notified if you go ahead and subscribe to Stream 35 Radio on the MIXLR app. Don't forget, we also have a simulcast of the show on YouTube. For those of you that want to catch a glimpse of the studio or catch some of the videos we cover, just search Stream 35 Radio on YouTube, and you will get a feed of what's going on here in Studio 35 here in New York. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Stream35 Radio, where you can also hit us up with stories you'd like to see us cover. You can send them there. Broadcasting live from Studio 35, heart of Manhattan, just after 7 p.m. Eastern, Wednesday, in humid New York City. Thanks for tuning in wherever you are. You know you can interact with the show. If you're listening on mixlr.com, you can chat us. Or you can, in a minute, I'll open up the phone lines, 917-477-7737, and you can call in. We got a variety of things we want to talk about. We've actually got a special in-studio guest, so we want you to contribute. You can also talk to us on the YouTube page. Some of our YouTube listeners said we were neglecting that, but we'll make sure. I'll fire that up right now, so if you leave us a chat on the live stream as well, we'll be sure to address your comments there. But let me get to my guests in studio. Party people, it is Wednesday. We've got a regular here in Mr. Jonathan Craig, hailing from Gary, Indiana. And you here?
Yeah, turn my headphones up.
Headphones are up.
All right, what's happening, man?
What's going on?
I'm good. Tried to cut my
Happy
mic
Wednesday.
off. Huh?
Yeah, I did.
I see what's going on. got a new in-studio guest. Keep my mic off. I'm getting replaced.
I got excited for our in-studio guest.
Man, did I just train my
Also-
replacement?
Also from Indiana, right?
Yes, sir.
And he's coming and visiting here from Atlanta. He is a guy that TV and film pro. He's worked on numerous projects, including The Vampire Diaries, Survivor's Remorse. He's worked on the BET Awards, the show Atlanta. He comes from Atlanta, visiting from Atlanta, hailing from Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
Antonio Madison, what's up?
For sure. What's up, man? How
Good
y'all
you
doing?
could be in the
What's up, brother? How you
press
feeling?
box party.
Yo, it's good to be out here in New York, man. I'm first of all, what
Yeah.
you guys got going on is amazing.
Thanks, man. I appreciate
But
that.
let me start off by I walk in. Jonathan is like a superstar already. We walk in the building, building 35 here. We in Manhattan. We walk right past the doorman. They're like, "Oh yeah, Mr. Go upstairs,
Mr. Craig."
And he ain't got to check in, no show ID or nothing,
You
man.
know.
We
You
go.
know when you're nice to the door guy.
I mean, but like, but the guy before us, he
That's
stops,
unlike
it, you
New
know,
York.
and
Yeah.
we go to the corner market, and then the guy, Jonathan, it's man, you come outside, you got the view of Empire State Building across the street.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Like, studio's amazing, man. I
Thank you.
much respect to what you guys are doing. This is nice.
Glad we
Appreciate
got
that.
you in
Yeah,
here.
I'm
Yes,
happy to
sir.
be here, man. It's New York, baby,
Good.
Manhattan.
Good.
Let's get it.
Good.
So you're out here, work, pleasure,
Man, it's all work.
both.
All work, man. Got
All
here
work?
early.
Can you talk
Super
about?
early this
so you're
morning.
working on a project here.
Yeah.
TV project.
So I'm out here with BET. One of the things that I do, I work with BET on special events, security logistics manager. We actually are out here filming Black Girls Rock. We're actually going to be over the bridge in Newark at the JPEG. And I believe it will air on September 8th. So all you listeners out there, make sure you tune in to Black Girls Rock September 8th. So basically, once I get done with this show, hopefully, hang out a little bit and then get my week started for the rest of the week. Be out of here on the grind. Yeah, so it's all work, little play, but happy to be out here.
Well, glad we could get you in because
Yeah.
we definitely want to talk about
Yes,
your
definitely.
world,
Yeah, let's do
TV
it.
world, the film world, entertainment world.
Yeah.
Shoot, we might as well get into it, man. So you work on a lot of different things. What about reality TV?
Reality,
That's a
yeah,
popular
yeah.
thing out there.
It is. It's so crazy. You go in Atlanta and
I call it the furthest thing from reality
Yeah,
TV.
It's all scripted, but you can just
But I guess some of the shows got to be.
You can just
somewhat
walk into, down the street, and you're just gonna walk right into a set. Like there's filming everywhere in Atlanta. Like you can't get away from it. But in reality TV, I spend a lot of time on HGTV, which is a little bit more different. Like HGTV projects working on like the House Crashers and the Yard Crashers. That actually, it's
That's
not
real reality?
It's real reality.
Really?
So you got to go to HGTV.
Yeah, no,
for the real stuff.
I'm dead
Right?
serious. Like people be watching the shows and then they'll be like, oh, they doing these Yard Crashers, and they're like, oh, they doing it in 48 hours. There's no way they doing it. Like, no, they really be busting out. So you got all the contractors, everybody working on top of each other. Is organized chaos, but they're getting it done.
That's
Now the only thing I will say that is kind of fake, when you're watching the show and you got the host like, oh, we got 30 minutes left, that's a lie.
Yeah.
We sitting there, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, like, man, we got all day. What are you talking about? We ain't got no 30
All right.
minutes. Like,
All right.
yeah. But I mean, it's cool. That's about the only thing that's real.
Wow.
Yeah, having spent a lot of time and living in Hollywood, I know that.
Yeah.
I used to watch those MTV shows come in, and they do like those dating shows.
Nah.
Yeah.
Cut, say this, and
Yep.
then feeding the lines.
Oh, yeah.
Say it again. Say like, no, do this. Flirt with her this way.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all actors and actresses
Yeah.
signing up for those shows.
I've
anyway.
auditioned for
Wannabe
some of
You
those.
audition.
I've auditioned. I never got the role, but I've auditioned for some of those dating shows. I'm
Oh,
bitter.
you're gonna be on Blind Date.
I forgot what it was, but I was
I'd like to see you get clowned on like.
I was
Blind
kind of
Date or
salty,
something.
man. What? I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for your stupid dating show.
Dude, if you're not good enough to make it on a reality show,
That's
Yeah.
C-style
That-
acting right there.
It is. I
Might not be the.
I
you
sent
can't
out
land
audition
that.
tape for the Real World. And I didn't even get a
Well,
call
Real
back.
World gets. I can't even imagine how
Yeah.
much stuff
Yeah.
they get. That's just looking. I'm not talking about those casting things that are like American Idol style.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Because obviously the guy that wins it sometimes is the guy that comes back, gets denied 3 times, but he just
Right.
perseveres. Because you could have the best guy and still not get selected in those
True.
early
Absolutely.
rounds. They're picking out millions, but yeah, man, reality TV.
yeah, it's a whole nother monster, man.
There's a lot of people in the middle of nowhere that'd be real disappointed to hear what we're saying.
Yeah, and,
about reality TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that's how it is, man.
Yeah.
It's really scripted reality. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you a quick story. There was, I won't say the name of the show or who, but it was a friend that called me one time, and he wanted me to help work on this reality show. And I knew from the beginning of it, it was just going to be straight ratchet. So the show was so bad that after I finished it, he called me like a couple weeks later, like, hey man, like you never came and got your money. I was like, nah, you know what? Go ahead and keep it. Like it was that bad
you
that
didn't wanna get
I
paid?
didn't. No. It was that bad. I didn't want anything to do
associated
with
with
it.
it.
Like
You
no,
didn't want to see nobody.
I'll be on
no, I didn't want anybody to like associate
Did you tell
me
them to
with
remove
everything
you
else.
from the
Like,
credit?
yeah, anything. I didn't want anything to do with it. I said, keep your money.
Keep
I
it.
appreciate it.
Wow.
I'm done. I'll wipe my hands. Like literally, it was that bad. I gave up money. Like it is like, nah, you good.
Right.
brother. Yeah. You
Wow.
can have. Yeah.
Talking to Antonio
Yeah.
Madison in studio,
Yes.
TV and film professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you say you
What's
do
some of-
logistics, security logistics. Break down
For
what
What the hell?
for BT.
for BT.
Yeah,
Break
yeah.
that down because that just sounds like a bunch of blah 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 to everybody else.
Yeah. First off, man, I want to give a shout out to my team who are amazing. With my main boss, Clarence Labor, who's out of DC. And
Hopefully Clarence is listening.
Yeah,
What up, Clarence?
hopefully.
Shout out,
listen, man.
Clarence.
Yeah, what's up, Clarence?
Promote this man.
Yeah, man. He's one of the most brilliant minds, man, when it comes to like just organizing things and just understanding the business. But when it comes to like logistics, so when you watch like shows like the BET Awards, like when we're out here to work for the Black Girls Rock, we're the ones who basically are in charge of making sure essentially everybody's safe. Every guest, every talent, everybody coming is safe, and we're in charge of making sure everything is secure from the way talent and guests enter and exit the building, the flow of the red carpet, the street permits, everything. So anything that you see, when you're watching the red carpet, and you see like those big bodies and black suits and stuff. We manage those bodies to make sure they're doing their job to make sure that our guests and stuff are safe. So I mean, there are some. It's a lot of customer service involved with it as
Okay.
well. Always putting on a smile, but at the same time, it's just you be a hard ass when you need to, just to make sure that
Well,
everybody comes in.
Good thing
and
you
leave
weren't
the same
doing
way.
this for the BET Awards back when Biggie and Pac and Suge
Nah,
Knight.
man. Yeah,
All
yeah,
that
yeah. I
stuff
a
was
little
coming
young.
in.
Yeah. Hey, but I was at the BET Awards. I think it was like 2012 when the whole Rick Ross and
Yeah,
those
yeah.
guys.
I know,
I was there for the. Yeah,
I just feel like it was a
Yeah.
little more serious when Suge was in the mix.
Yeah.
It was always when Sugar's in the mix. It's always serious.
Shit, man. Yeah, that
Always
that dude's crazy.
serious.
I hopefully I never have to run across that dude, man. He's he's a little wild, but yeah, but no, the BET Awards, like the events for the BET are extremely fun. It can be challenging, especially like when the BET Awards itself out in LA, because we filmed that live.
Okay.
And
Right.
and what people don't know, when you're watching the show, there's so many elements outside, that don't make it to TV that are going on.
Oh, yeah.
So we have, to manage all these different events and things like that are going on that are crazy. But for the most part, it's, it's very rewarding. It's afforded me the opportunities to meet people and work with people that I've never would have thought that I've gotten to, especially on the TV and film side, even more so, because like a lot of time with those, like I get to be like, personal with people. I like get to build relationships with people, because when you're working with somebody for like on a television show for like 8 to 10 months, naturally, if you're going to be around somebody for that long, you're going to build a relationship. But even with the movies, even though like I did a movie with Taraji P. Henson, No Good Deeds, she clearly doesn't know who I am or anything like that. But but during that time when we was working, she knew who I was for a few months. But and that was dope, just to say that I get to see this person, like not just on you're as an actor or actress, but you get to see them as a person, how they live their daily lives, and she's one of the dopest people I've ever gotten to be around on set with. And,
Right.
yeah, amazing.
Well, what's it
True
like
talent.
working in Atlanta in
Yeah,
comparison?
that's
Have you
like
ever
that.
worked in LA?
Other than just events, I
Just,
haven't done movie. I
Yeah.
haven't done a movie, but I've gone out there. Obviously,
Atlanta's slowly becoming
The
it
new
is the Hollywood of
Hollywood.
South.
little
Yeah.
East Coast.
They bring
movie
in
capital.
bringing in
Yeah.
$9 billion
Entertainment
a
capital.
year, man.
Yeah.
$9 billion. You think about
That's a
that.
lot.
That's a lot of jobs they provide.
Yeah.
And luckily for me, when I moved to Atlanta, I got there right before the boom, before everything
So
started
what
happening.
is it the tax breaks
The
you
tax
get
breaks,
when
yeah,
you're,
yeah.
when
The
you're
tax
making
credits,
films?
man, and how you know that it's done.
I can't even imagine what they pay out here in New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
yeah.
getting
We always got trucks out here. There was a truck out in front of the building last week. They were there for like 3 days. They were filming in that church that's on the corner.
Oh yeah,
Rented that out.
Oh,
but I'm
that's
just
why
thinking they
took up
shut
the-
down that street. They shut
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
the street for 3 days in New York, right off of Park.
And I work in
That's insane.
locations.
Come on,
and
man.
I would be the person that would do that. I would hate to work in locations
Well,
in New
I
York.
can't even imagine what the permit is.
Yeah, exactly, man.
The
Like,
budget.
The
Yeah.
budget's a block.
Yeah.
They were filming the new West Side Story up in the Heights by my house, and they had stuff blocked off. I mean,
Yeah.
they've been
There
up there
was-
for weeks.
Yeah.
And I mean, even though it's Upper Manhattan, it's still
No, it's still-
Manhattan.
that's
It's
a-
still,
Oh, they get you.
expensive, man.
They get you.
It's expensive.
Like I mean, not even just the permits. Like, so if you're blocking businesses, you're paying these
Yeah.
businesses, these condos, anything that you impeding, you're paying these people.
You have to pay
And
them.
yes, for the inconvenience.
Mm.
If you making somebody to where they can't park in front of their building, or they got to walk an extra block to get somewhere, or just whatever. If you're not allowing the customers to come into a diner or something like that, you're paying these people.
Okay.
Right.
And they're upcharging too. And I can
bet.
imagine what it's like here in New York. But in Atlanta, oh man, we got some places now that, stay away from that street. Because we, these owners are some buttholes, man. We don't want to deal with them. Yeah. So,
Right.
but you learn to deal with it. And like, in my position as a location and location manager, you just, the customer service skills and building relationships is the most important thing possible. So if you ain't got good relationships with the city, police officers, all
Yeah.
that stuff, you ain't get nothing done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you better
It's
be
a lot of rapport
a lot
building.
of smile,
Back
man.
scratching.
A lot of back scratching, man. But at the end of the day, it comes down to your personality. Some people can't do, what it is. And I'm not trying to, big on myself. A lot of people can't do what it is that I do because they don't have the patience. They don't have like just the communication skills
Right.
to communicate with people effectively to make sure things happen. And like, cause a lot of times you gotta deliver on, like, if your word is your bond, you tell somebody that what's going to happen, you better make sure to deliver. If it doesn't, man, you're going to come out of pocket. You paying more money. It's going to prevent you from getting that location again,
Yeah.
issues with the city permit. So it's just a lot of different
Right.
things that will go on that, that you got to make sure that, if you say something's going to happen, you better make sure it does. So.
Yeah. That's a lot of responsibility.
It is a lot of it brings a lot of stress too, man. That a lot of people don't know. And don't get me wrong, working in the film industry is amazing, but there's a lot of things people just don't know that get swept under the rug.
Right.
And, you know, people don't talk about the stress
Give
level.
us the juice.
Go
I
ahead.
can even tell you on post-production, like people don't understand when you watch a major film, like 10 seconds of that film, the sound on that could have taken 20 hours.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And multiply that times the entire film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, big budget films, it's like,
You gotta imagine that in film world,
and that's just to take care of
it's
like
a
some background
minimum,
noise.
a minimum of 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
When I
No,
say
even the actors, it's
Yeah.
not fun, man.
And now
You gotta
doing
do-
those takes
now
over
when
and
you're
over
talking
again.
now
Yeah.
when you're talking about the actors, you're not even talking. You're talking about screen time. You're not talking about
Yeah.
if they're got to get in hair and makeup.
Yeah.
So their days are probably filming for 12 hours, but they've already been in hair and
You
makeup
have to
for
have the
4 or 5
craziest-
hours
Yeah.
before then.
Yeah.
And it's not uncommon for somebody in the film like I can do 75 close to 80 hours in a week,
That's
and that's only
insane.
5 days.
That's crazy.
We ain't doing 7 days. 5 days.
That's
You know,
crazy.
it's not uncommon for me to do 16 hours
This
in
is
a
the
day.
stuff that people don't hear about.
Multiple
Yeah,
days
it's
in a row.
multiple days in a row. So, and then, you know, if you got a family, you know, you got
Yeah, you got a family.
I got a family. You know, so you still got to do things. You still got to go to the, you know,
Yeah,
teacher
you
out
don't
to
have
the
a
wife
such
and
thing
kids.
as a weekend.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. You know. So it's a lot of things that people see the glamorous of it. Like, oh
Right.
yeah, you get to, you know, be around these
Oh, yeah.
stars. You get to go to these events. But you don't understand that, you know, some of the dirty jobs is like, you know, once everything's done, you know, what about the people who got to clean up?
Right.
You know, don't let animals and stuff be on set. Now you got to clean up horse
Right.
crap. You know,
Right.
You know, so there's a lot of different things that goes on that the glamorous side just overshadows the real grit, you know, and
Right.
griminess of some of the stuff that goes on. And you know, you gotta love it. If you don't love it, my God, man, it's gonna eat you alive. And
I can
I
imagine.
actually had a time over this last year where I actually had to scale back a little bit because the stress was getting to me. And that's one of the things people don't talk about is like, you know, this industry can drive people to, you know, start using alcohol just a little bit more, you know,
Right.
going
Right.
to doing a little bit more drugs, people who've never done drugs. I've been, you know, I'm not going to say shows and stuff, but I've been on set where I ain't talking about this weed. I'm talking about people taking lines. Like, you know,
Right.
I've
Trying
seen
to-
it with my own eyes.
Trying to stay up.
Broad daylight.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, they at the crafty table, just
Yeah, not even
hit it,
trying to hide it.
Not even trying to hide it. You know, I've been on a show. Won't say the show.
Didn't Cat Williams do something like that? He said he went to a Hollywood meeting. And, like,
Oh,
round
man,
table.
that's
He's like,
real.
you know, I can see you, right?
That's real, man.
Dude,
That's
it's
one-
just railing
Hey, one
right
of
before the meeting.
the funniest person to ever work
insane.
with, Mike Epps. Like
Yeah.
he comes to work high. He smokes while working. Like
Yeah.
it's like I'm dead serious, man.
You
Like,
can't function without it.
you know, some people are like that. Some people really can't function.
Right.
And that's one of those things where those demons start coming in. So it's like
Mm.
if you don't have a strong mind, a strong will to like, I'm not gonna let that get to me, it will eat you alive. And I knew that in this last year, like I have to take some time for myself
Yeah.
to come back and regroup. So now I'm getting to the point. I actually got a couple shows, a movie and television show, actually been talking to me the last week. Can't really divulge on the information, but hopefully within the next couple weeks, whatever, I'll have it kind of finalized. And one I'm actually kind of excited about is a horror movie that's going to be shot.
Nice.
So yeah,
Good.
so we'll see, man.
Yeah,
And,
you-
maybe
we'll keep you
once I finalize, I'll come back on the show and
Yeah,
then we'll
man, let us know.
and let it
Give
know what's
us
going
the
on. I'll give you
juice.
the details, man. Yeah.
Talking
Want the
to
juice.
Antonio Madison is in studio, TV and film professional. Here, Jimmy the Greek's already hitting us with questions. What's your favorite film?
My favorite film of all.
Oh, to work on.
To work on. Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
didn't-
I'm about to say I can.
I had to read the rest.
My favorite film to work on. Well, you know, I'll say instead of film, I'll say television.
Project.
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 Survivor's Remorse. That's the for those
I
who
didn't
don't
really
know.
watch that.
That's a LeBron James show. It was on
Okay.
Stars.
Yeah.
That was a dope, and that was what I worked on with Mike Epps is on there.
Okay.
Ron Rico Lee, who's my boy, man. We talk all the time.
I didn't watch that one.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
check it out.
Yeah, Jesse Usher, who
Okay.
people see a lot, and he did like the remake of Independence Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's dope. But Survivor's Remorse, man, was
Why?
it was just the culture, man. The people, man. We had just
Good vibe.
a dope vibe, man. Erica Ash was in the show, man. Like I said, the cast, and then like the producers made it like you just wanted to get up every day and come to work. You know,
Right.
it was. Like I said, Mike Epps, he'll have things where like we'll be all right, quiet on set, all right. and he'd come through with a boombox, and then out of nowhere, people would start doing a Soul Train line. It was just that environment to where like it wasn't that stressful coming to work, and you enjoyed the people
having fun.
And that was the biggest thing, man. And like I said, with working. I'm not gonna say I know LeBron James. He doesn't know me from a can of paint.
I got to work with LeBron on I got to spend a day with him.
Yeah,
when I was
cool.
at
when he
the
come to
school.
set, man, it's crazy.
He was more. He was doing a live hit for
Yeah.
Leno, and then he had a big interview with the LA Times. But I got to hang with him a little bit, and
yeah,
he was a younger LeBron,
yeah,
non-title ring wearing LeBron. So
yeah.
I'm sure things have changed since
Yes, he's a king now.
Yeah.
He's, at
You know,
a
he's a
throne.
business. He's just
he
a
was always
businessman.
a mogul.
Yeah.
then. But the thing I found interesting was the entourage
yeah,
of guys. Like that's really a big thing for him. He's got his little. I mean, I could tell you guys just a funny story. Like on the side of our building, because we had LA Film School, we had 6363 Sunset, the iconic old RCA building.
Right.
And we started selling the ad space on the side of the building. I think illegally, but it made it completely worth it because you just pay the fine. And Nike buys this ad with football, like college football was about to start or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And they got players have the skin of like the football. And
Wow.
it says Nike, you know? It's got like college player or whatever. And LeBron just like stops mid before we're getting on to do was it Leno? I can't remember if it's Leno or Kimmel. Anyways, he's getting ready to go on. He just looks up at that thing. He goes, "Hey," and he calls out one of his boys. He's like, "I want that."
yeah.
And then they're like, "All right," calling Nike right there on the spot, right? And he just goes off, does his hit.
Man,
I swear to God, like less than a month later, I saw a LeBron one with the LeBron basketball skin.
Wow.
Up on a billboard on another street.
That's dope.
He's got
So
some
that's
power, man.
yeah.
yeah.
And then Maverick Carter was there, and he was. It's just like they just come in and infiltrate
yeah.
him and his
You know,
cronies.
You know, one of the things that me and the crew is like every year, you know, at any show you work on, you get like rap gifts and stuff like that. So I remember one year we got like a backpack. It was nice, had the Survivor's Remorse logo, and then jacket. Well, actually, we had the warm-up jackets that they wore one year in the All-Star game. The same material is designed. But last year, and I was devastated when it went off air. You know, we had these things like, "Oh, what's your shoe size?" You know, everybody thinking we about to get some custom LeBrons. You know, somebody like, you know, in my head, I'm like, shh. I only, these things going straight to eBay. Like we used to, I'm calling up all my sneaker heads right now. Like you ain't got these.
What's the most common shoe size?
Exactly.
10.5.
Exactly,
I'm not
man.
making what you're making on this film.
Hey,
I could use a bonus.
I was ready to like let them go, man. Like, hey,
You mess around,
eyes
give you some
bid it.
shoes. It'd probably be you make more on those than you would on.
Man,
Right?
you know,
The time you were on set.
It was, man, it was just amazing, man. Michael Malley, you know, was one of the producers on that. A lot of people don't realize Michael Malley from back in days, Guts, the TV show. Guts. He was a host of Guts.
Guts.
He was my producer. I got to
Here's
work
a-
with him every day, man.
Here's a
It was
question:
amazing.
if you're really like down to share some
Juice.
behind the scenes,
Come on, man,
some
you know?
hot goss.
We want the
as,
juice.
as the kids
if
say.
it's an old show, I can't get in trouble no more.
No, most difficult person to work with. You don't have to answer that.
Oh, you know
You
what?
might end up working with him again. No,
Give us the juice.
You know
No.
what? You know that person probably ain't listening. You know,
Yeah.
Good.
man.
I hope they are.
and I guess it'd have to be
I hate-
someone we sort of know, not like just a. Oh, it could be a random person if you gave some context.
Oh man. I mean, that's
It's been
You
there.
don't,
you know
don't
what?
have any bad stories
will.
that come to mind?
From an award show standpoint, Lil Wayne, man, he's
He's
so
I forgot you have the whole
Lil
awards.
man,
the artists.
Yeah.
Lil
The
Wayne
artists are
is
definitely gonna be-
difficult to deal with, man.
Yeah, they like want their
Yeah.
particular kind of bottled water.
Yeah, man.
And like
Nicki
two Snickers bars.
Nicki Minaj is
Really?
I did a video with 2 Chainz and Nicki Minaj.
Uh-huh.
And if you haven't seen this video, pull it up. You know, it's called "Yeah, I Love Those Strippers."
Yeah, I know this
We
yeah,
shot,
I love the strippers.
Yeah, I love them strippers.
Yeah, I love the strippers.
I get them all mixed.
We
all
we,
the two
we shot it,
Chainz songs
and
mixed up.
then it was Diamonds of Atlanta. Now it's called V Live of Atlanta, and we did it. And I kid you not, she had these rules that when she comes in, you couldn't look at her
What?
in the face.
What?
You couldn't approach her like you had to go through her people, her assistant to the assistant to the assistant to get to her
What?
if you needed something, you know. And I was like, man, this mom, like
You can't look at her.
no, literally. And then, yeah, Yeah, love them strippers. Yeah.
So wait, you were on the set for this?
Yeah, I worked on this, man. And
This is at what's it called? Magic City?
no. This was at Diamonds of Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
It's called V Live now. For those who are familiar with Atlanta,
I would
man.
play it on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
but
Y'all gotta
copyright-
go YouTube.
The
that, man.
copyright steal it
Yeah.
too. But
And
it's,
this is one of
it's
my
definitely a stripper video.
This is one of my early. 2 Chainz is cool. 2 Chainz is cool, man. I've been around him a few times, man. But
Can you look him in the face?
yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Hold on,
I mean,
let's
no
get back to
pause.
this
Yeah, I
video.
mean,
Let's get back to this look in the face.
Yeah.
thing.
Let's get back to this video. I
Yeah.
can imagine Lil Wayne hard to work with.
Yeah,
So
man.
what goes on? So these the people that haven't pulled it up on YouTube, you should pull it up. I love LUV DEM strippers.
Yeah. And just for people
And-
in this video, obviously I got Nicki Minaj, her entourage, 2 Chainz, her entourage.
I just would love to
Young
understand what
Jeezy.
the directors are doing in this.
Benny
Like,
Boom directed that.
Yeah.
Benny Boom, you know.
So,
So,
then they just let the strippers
the
freestyle.
they
their
just let the
dances?
strippers go and do whatever.
Yeah, and then they just take the best.
I was on
just
set
B-roll.
like 16 hours for this video. And what was crazy, this is like early in my career. So after I did this 16 hours, I drove. I had got an opportunity to work on another television show that I had never worked on before, but it was like an hour south of Atlanta. So I worked on this video for 16 hours. Got done, drove an hour south to go work on another TV show that I can't remember for another 12 hours. After being tired, when I got there, I ain't showered.
Smelling like
smelled
the
like
strip
weed.
club.
Smelled like the strip club. Like, so you can imagine what people around me like, man, what the heck you been doing all night or whatever, man.
Get the
But-
kids away from him.
yeah, you know, it was some crazy stuff, man. But no, this video was a crazy video, man. But like Nicki Minaj is probably up there. And then when she did Barbershop, I didn't work on the show, but I had a lot of friends and people in the industry I knew that did Barbershop. So story has it is that she actually sent a memo out to the crew, said what I just said. You can't look at me in the eye. You know, you can't don't approach her and talk to her. And then, you know, Ice Cube, that's his show. So I guess the memo got to Ice Cube. He took it and balled up and was like, I guess threw in the face. This is a story that I'm from close friends who who have credibility.
Ice Cube's an OG. He's not gonna stand
Yeah.
for that millennial bullcrap.
And then, but the funniest,
whatever she is,
the
she's not
funniest
even
story
millennial.
about all of that in Barbershop is that there has a scene when she's supposed to be twerking in the movie, whatever. But she was like, "Oh, I don't twerk. I don't do this or whatever." Oh, been on her high horse, whatever. But I'm like, didn't you make your whole career of you twerking and stuff?
Your
like
name
that?
is Nicki
So-
Minaj.
So in the
what do you mean you don't twerk?
in the movie?
That's false advertisement.
in the movie when she's quote unquote twerking. She actually has a body stand-in
Who
twerking
has a
for
body double to twerk?
twerking.
How is that even a
Yes.
job? How do you apply
Exactly.
for that
Wow.
job?
Yo,
I would
it's
like
crazy.
to be the stand-in twerking girl
Yo.
for
So
you
everybody
can
who don't want to
actually
twerk
say-
for
Man,
themselves.
I got stories for days, man, in the
Chief
business.
Firewater points out. He said
Yeah,
16
man.
hours is a long time in a strip club.
Yeah, man.
I know,
it was,
right?
It was crazy. And here's
So
the
you
crazy
can actually say you've spent 16 hours in a strip club.
unfortunately.
Straight.
But the crazy thing is about this, the video was about 16 hours. The first 8
Sport.
hours, they weren't even there. They were performing at a show
This-
while we were doing like B-roll.
Yo, this
for
video
that.
has 40.5 million views.
Yeah, that's like the new age like tip drill from Nelly back in the day.
This thing still ain't got nothing on tip.
Nah,
man.
not at all. Not
So
at
we're
all.
talking to Antonio Madison.
This is just product placement in this video here.
Pretty
bro.
much.
He's telling us about some of the work he does in films. Yeah, that's phone lines are open 917-477-7737 if you got any questions, or you can hit us on the chat if you're listening on MixLR. There's a chat room, and then also on the YouTube channel on
Yeah,
Stream
yeah.
35 Radio. We're live, so you can catch a
we're talking
video.
about it, man. I
and,
got stories for days for you.
It would seem so. But
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been in this business for a decade now, man,
Wow.
which is crazy. And that's in a decade getting paid.
Right.
It's like people don't understand a decade of getting paid.
That's
like
good work
you
right
know,
there.
and when you're doing the grind and the hustle early
That's
on,
not
it's like,
easy.
it's not easy.
No.
You're doing a lot of free stuff. You're doing a
It's
lot
like
of
the music,
favors from people.
It's like
yeah.
the music world, man.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah,
thing
man.
happened in the music world.
You know, and you get a lot of screwed up. And one of the biggest things now for me is that mentorship. You know, because a lot of people, like when I came in, I didn't have anybody showing me the ropes. Like, hey, young blood, this is what you need to do. You need to, network with these people, talk to these are the people you want to stay with. These are the people you want to stay away from. So now I've gone through a lot of stuff that I felt like was just some BS. But I'm glad I went through it because now I get to help and educate these young cats and make sure that they don't go through the same things that I went through.
That's good.
Because a lot of stuff, you know, and a lot of people, especially in the entertainment industry, people are like, they're so selfish. It's like, if I give you information now, it's going to potentially take away from me getting a job or something. Like, if you good at what you do,
Right.
ain't nobody taking no money out of your old pocket.
And that's your way.
Simple, yeah.
That's your way to give back too, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah, and really, in young females I find more important because I feel like they get taken advantage of the most, you know, and like,
I can see that.
And we can, you know, there's some things that you may be a big time producer, you know, hence, you know, you start talking about like the Harvey Weinsteins and stuff like that of the world, but it's like, you know, you'll be a young female who's just eager to do something. And you're like, if I'm a big time producer, like, oh yeah, come on, I'm gonna hook you up. Yeah, come on, I'm gonna give you opportunity to be a PA and, you know, a producer's assistant and, you know, move up. And then, so you may have a producer creep that may not want to cash in like right now, but maybe down the line, they're like, you know what? Remember, I helped you get into the business, you know. So they started asking for like small favors, you know. Then those small favors turn into bigger favors. Then, you know, and sometimes it may not be all sexual favors, but it may be something that we're just
Like half.
oh, I feel uncomfortable doing this, you know, and
Like
things like
half.
that. Yeah, like yeah. But at the same time, it like there's certain things.
Brush by it real quick.
Yeah, but there's certain things people need to understand and learn
sheet of
and like and be
paper.
educated upon that a lot of people are not going to talk about. They just sweep it under the rug, you know. So for me, it's like, you know, especially, and I'll put it out there. Anybody out there listening, man, if you somebody that's interested into the business, if you a parent who has a child or whatever, I'm always down to at least talk to somebody, give them some pointers. If it's a mentoring opportunity that develops, is great. But I never want to have somebody to where they reach out to me and I just turn them away. You know, so I at least want to give them.
What's the best way to hit you up? Twitter? What's your Twitter?
Oh man,
handle.
actually Instagram, man.
what's
It's
your
my
IG?
best, man. My IG Tone_Madison, TONE_Madison, like the president, MADISON. Yeah, so holler at me, questions, whatever. I got you. And if it's somebody that's interested in trying to get into the business, you know, if I can help you out in any type of way, and sometimes that may just be I can't personally do anything, but I know somebody, you know, hey, I got Jonathan Craig right here. Is you want to be, you know, an actor, comedian? You know, I got so many friends and people that have been doing it much longer than I have that I can reach out to them, like, you know, just off the strength of our relationship. And that's one of the best things when you have those relationships that I can just call somebody and text somebody like, hey, I got this young cat who wants to be a writer or wants to be a producer, and I can just kind of pass them on that. That's the best thing in the world, man. Just having those connects, man.
That's important.
You know, and
it's
just
all
not-
about
yeah.
connections
Yeah.
in any industry.
Because there's so many departments in the film industry that I only do one part. I don't know how many departments there are, but I got to be figuring it's like 20 plus departments, things that you can do, things that don't nobody know about. You know, people
Right.
think of acting, directing, you know, and producing, you know, not knowing that if you somebody that's like, I like to do hair, you know, there's a hair and makeup department. I'm in the fashion, you know, you can be a wardrobe. You like to cook, hey, the crew got to get fed. You can be a chef, you know, be in the craft services. You know, you're a truck driver, you know, Transpo make
Shoot,
good
one of
money.
our trainers, one of the
Yeah.
teams I worked for, started being Marky Mark's personal trainer.
Marky
Wahlberg.
Mark. Oh,
Mark
yeah,
Wahlberg,
yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it was because he met him on the set. You know, for the football movies like Invincible, you don't use NFL players as the extras. You find like arena football players.
I got you.
Yeah, they can't do it under their contracts.
That
So
makes sense.
he got out there because he was an arena football team trainer and started working with Wahlberg. And now he's like his main man.
That's dope.
Nice.
So that just
Nice.
like you said, just get on the
Man,
set. You
just-
never know what it could turn
Right.
to.
You got to
Cool.
get on set, man. You got to grind. You got to pay your dues.
Hey, and not only that, you're from Evansville, Indiana.
Evansville, baby.
Yeah.
Indiana,
home,
man.
home of
Hoosier.
my favorite New York Yankee.
Don Mattingly.
That's right.
Yes, of
First
course.
baseman.
Yeah,
Number
man.
23.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Don
Wow.
Mattingly, man, because he does come back home and really does,
He does.
a lot of
Yeah.
stuff for the city,
Yeah.
man. So much
Good.
respect. I grew up like being a big fan.
Unlike
of
this next guy I'm about to talk about, since we
Uh-oh.
got two Indiana people in, as
Oh, yeah.
our
Oh, my
regular
goodness.
listeners know, Jonathan Craig, Gary, Indiana.
Yes, that's right.
I
Yeah.
would rather say he's from Chicago. I get it. And then we got a real Indiana guy
Ooh.
from Evansville.
All right. All right.
No, it's you said Bulls over Pacers, Bears over Colts.
True.
Yeah.
So you one of these, you know, Gary guys that thinks you're on the east side of Chicago.
That's not true.
And you kind of are, but
I mean,
it's different license plates, bro.
true.
Yeah.
You
It is.
can't be a fib. Our Wisconsin guy that comes in here, he calls me a fib. It actually would work for Indiana, but it wouldn't. It wouldn't because Wisconsin people aren't going to talk about Indianans. They're going to talk
Yeah,
about Illinois people.
Well, there's no reason to talk about
He calls me a fib,
Ah.
effing Illinois bastard. And I actually knew about that. Wisconsin people have used that, but they got troubles.
Yeah, they do.
Indiana, though, speaking of somebody that's not a good guy. Well,
Uh-oh.
so I heard with his kids and everything. We know.
Oh,
Everybody knows the stories of Larry Legend.
Larry
Birdman?
Legend. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the kid stuff is true. You know, these aren't rumors. Like,
No.
No.
take care
We
of his
we
kids.
went. You know,
But,
we
but I
went
know
to
you're
the
still
school,
proud of
yeah.
him. And yeah, not only
Yeah.
that, you guys both went to
We went to
IS.
We
Indiana
went to
State.
Indiana State. Yeah.
ISU, right?
ISU. We both Sycamores. man.
Sycamores.
Yeah.
So they put a mural up of Larry Bird in Fountain Square. You know where that is in Indianapolis? Fountain
Yeah.
Square
Yeah.
section.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Features Bird, and I'll put a picture up for people watching on YouTube, in his Indiana State jersey doing his shh gesture,
Yeah.
shutting everybody up. I love Larry Bird, though, on the court. Biggest trash talker,
Yeah.
shit talker you can
From
ever
what I
have.
heard,
Yeah.
And he did it so sly, too.
Just
Yeah.
so smug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just like he would yell, like whisper little things at the bench, and just like
Yeah.
complete axe murder on the court, by the way.
Yeah.
Kind of
He's-
underrated in my eyes.
I mean, by far. You know, he's a.
He, people just always used to say he had a lucky shot. So they put this mural up, and he's
Oh,
not
that's
happy
nice.
about it because they put ink on him.
Yeah.
They call it the tatted bird. And he said, sounds like he doesn't want it up.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like
He's-
the ink on him.
Yeah, and I'll put the picture of it up.
You're not
but
down with
He
tatted
said
bird.
it's against his
Yeah,
brand.
Nah.
He goes, I got nothing against tattoos. And, 98% of the NBA is tattooed and every basketball player. But he said he's not a tattoo guy. So he wants this mural to go down.
I mean, they
well,
put
they could
such
just paint
bad.
over the tattoos.
I mean, what is it, like a bunny
And
humping
it's like
another bunny? Like
stupid
that's
tattoos too.
that's a horrible
I
image.
mean, there's a spider web on his
What is that?
shoulder.
What is it? A heart? And what's that? Muck rock? What does that say?
Muck rock. Yeah, this is
You gotta, like, then he got a. My thing is, why does he have
Why does
a
he got a-
cardinal on his cheek? Like that's like if you went to Ball State. Like
Yeah,
that's,
that's
a
not-
ball,
Here,
that's
here.
even doesn't even.
Why does he have a Why
Indiana-
does he have a tattoo in the palm of his hand? I mean,
and it
that's
says
just a
Hoosier.
stupid place.
And it says Hoosier on his neck.
As a
And
basketball
he's a
player.
sycamore.
Exactly. These people didn't do their
Yeah.
research.
If you haven't seen this picture, please see. It is
Shoulder.
It,
yeah.
it disrespects
Number
Larry
76
Bird, for real.
for no reason.
Well, that's
I think
And,
that's
uh,
the year for the NCAA championship.
The Cardinal,
yeah.
it's because it's Indiana State Bird, right?
yeah, but
Yeah,
Looks like Arizona Cardinal.
Yeah, nah, that doesn't.
yeah, they did a terrible job. I'm down with Bird. Take the tats off. Actually, take this whole thing down. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
you
kind of
can't-
creepy.
You can't do Larry Legend like that, man. Us,
But if you
especially us
put-
coming from Indiana State.
If
man,
you
that's
make
disrespectful.
a mural of Larry Bird, how's it not going to be creepy? I
All
mean,
right.
he
Point-
wasn't a looks guy, that's for sure.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Also in Indiana, we've got two Indiana peeps in the studio, comedian Jonathan Craig
Yeah.
and TV and film professional Antonio Madison. We got open phones if you want to call in. Numbers 917-477-7737. 917-477-7737. I'm Antoine. We got you covered. We're talking film. We're talking somewhat sports. We're talking odd news. One of the oddest things I saw was something out of Indianapolis.
Well, you just
And I'll
coming,
just
you're
read-
coming for us,
What?
today,
Man, this, I come, man. Yeah.
I mean, for these people that can't watch the video, you guys have to
I'll give you the play-by-play.
look it up. And for those of you on YouTube, when you see this video, this is a bus, and this is exactly what the headline says. I'm not making this up. Zombie bus, quote unquote, crashes just feet away from cheering crowd in southern Indiana. Clarksville, to be exact. You guys been to Clarksville?
I didn't even know there was a place
I didn't even
called.
know.
Okay.
And I'm from Southern
Sundown
Indiana.
town.
Yeah, that
I
might
am
be a
from Southern
sundown.
Indiana, yeah.
That's a sundown town right there.
we
bro.
had a
Damn
we had a
right.
caller that said he was scared to go to Indiana because of the sundown towns.
Yeah.
Jonathan Craig had made it a point that the part of Indiana he's from does not have those.
No.
But check this out.
Oh.
This bus.
Oh, dang.
You got sound to this?
Yeah, I think we got some sound.
Did it go? Oh, man.
Mike Gibson was behind the wheel.
We put on a show. The idea is to flip a bus and crash a bus, and
So this
more
bus
people want to see that kind of thing.
goes
Gibson says he lost control when the
flying
steering broke,
towards
causing
the
bus
bleachers.
to crash into a guardrail. It stopped just
And-
feet away from fans, including a toddler.
But the catch fence did its job. It caught the bus, stopped the bus. So the bus stopped.
There was a
just short of
toddler in the
getting
front
into
row
it.
of this.
Yeah.
Dead on looking at the front of that bus by about 4 feet.
Good thing
No
that catch
parent-
fence
After
does
the
its
crash,
job.
the audience stood and cheered. They were riled up and ready for more. When putting on a show, Gibson says safety is the first priority, not entertainment.
We enjoy our race fans. We enjoy our people, our sponsors.
He is
we
totally
just want
playing
everybody
this
to come out
off.
and have a good
Oh, yeah.
time. When it all comes
Like,
down
we
to
knew
it,
this-
we're in
this
the
gate had
entertainment
it.
business, and our job is to keep
Dude.
everyone safe.
We've got oil all over us, you guys.
Some people were splashed with hot oil. EMS checked them out on site, and they all refused to be taken away for further care. So the show went on.
Everything went well, and everybody then we flipped the bus. So another bus got flipped. So everybody got a bonus to the show. They got one in the wall, and they got one that got flipped. So everybody got a little bit of everything.
He's so excited.
Indiana,
He's
man.
so
Yeah.
proud of these flipping
Yeah.
buses.
And they got a video of a toddler being 4 feet away from getting annihilated
And-
by a bus.
And nobody
he's
even tried to
laughing.
grab the toddler.
He's
either.
laughing, talking about, oh, yeah, that gate did its job. We
Yeah,
knew
that
that.
catch gate.
He's not even sweating it.
He that's his campaign. He must be the person who make the catch. He's like, we good. I engineered this catch gate. We straight. I
So
got
that's
this.
in Clarksville, Indiana.
That's rough.
I've never heard of Clarksville.
man.
That's
That says a lot, though.
well, seeing that video, I see why that I haven't heard of Clarksville.
I'm cool on Clarksville.
That's one of them sundown towns, man.
Yeah, man.
They do exist.
I don't like my school buses flipping over.
Yeah, who that's a sport though. Like that's just driving the school bus around like some, I don't know. They probably look like everybody just drank a lot of beer while doing that as well.
That's,
Yeah.
They probably, you got the
I
kid,
think
you got the
that
kid,
toddler-
you got
I
the
think the
kids.
toddler- I
that's
think
a
the-
prerequisite.
It's a
The toddler had one of those Corona,
Yeah.
those little
Yeah.
Coronas.
Give the baby
Coronitas.
some beer.
The Cronita, where it's like that little tiny.
Mel
bottle.
Jean, give the baby some beer. It's okay. Give him a little bit. Give him a little bit of Bud Light.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna hurt him now. Shit.
Man,
Why would you bring your toddler to a zombie bus derby?
I have no idea.
I mean,
And
you
sit
trying
them
to
in the
make 'em
front
have
row.
bad
Sit 'em in the
dreams?
front row.
Sit him in the front row. Hey, sit right here.
Well, according to Alex Rodriguez,
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
we're not going to have to worry about
This kid
kids
growing up.
Kid.
We don't have to worry about this kid
We don't have to worry
growing
about. Yeah, I know you heard this. Here, look at the soundbite. So, hey, hold on. Before I play this, J Lo's husband is a broadcaster for ESPN baseball, and on Sunday Night Baseball, in the middle of a boring game, the Cubs are up. Your Cubs are up 7-0.
Boom.
Jonathan on Pittsburgh, and he breaks out with this out of nowhere.
Just talking about not retiring, this is the first generation of kids that will not outlive their parents. And to think that there's more kids today playing esports than physical sports, it's something as parents we have to really promote going outside and playing. Maddie, when we grew up, there was not, I mean, it was Atari, but you had to go outside and play for 4 or 5 hours. Kids today, too many times choose to stay inside and play video games.
So how
Because
did
of
you
video
go
games.
from retirement to kids not going to live as half?
Well,
Yeah.
okay, this is how the whole conversation started.
Okay, please.
The Little League World Series is going on,
Right.
and games are being played outside of Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
So this particular night was like the night all the kids got to come in to the stadium and get free tickets.
Aha.
And there's a number of highlights that came out of this. There were kids harassing players like in funny ways because they're all dressed in their uniforms. One kid got interviewed on ESPN. He's like, yeah, it'd be nice if there were more people here. Like totally clowning how MLB is having an attendance problem.
Right.
And right on ESPN. I mean, like kids say the damnedest things, right?
Right.
So they tell it like it is. And there are all these kids in the audience. And A-Rod, I don't know, they were talking about how some kid won all this money on the video game tournament that
$3
just
million,
happened.
man.
$3 million.
Yeah, 16-year-old kid.
So that's going on.
Uh-huh.
And then he decides to drop, well, yeah, that's real cool and everything that he...
That's really cool, but he's
you're
gonna
in it.
die.
But anybody in this video game industry, this is the first generation where their parents are going to outlive... Basically, your kids are going to die. You're going to have to bury your kids, he said.
Yeah. Is it
Because
In the middle of a Sunday night
hateful, man?
baseball broadcast with a bunch of little
With a
leaguers
bunch of
in the-
kids. Hey guys, you think you're doing a good job now, huh, kids? You'll all be dead before your parents. How about that? You video game playing little snot-nosed, runny-nosed kids.
Hey, man,
It's a ridiculous claim.
it is.
You can do whatever you want now with technology. They'll make you live longer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think he's a little jealous that he just never got $3 million for sitting around playing some
But
games,
he
you know?
got plenty for
he
sitting
got-
around.
But
Yeah, that's exactly what he got paid
for
to
the
do.
game. But I'm talking about like,
I'm sure he was sitting around at home playing video
Yeah.
games at some point.
but
when they was
could've.
to the
paying
point
him
to
all
where
that money.
you're not
He
sacrificing
didn't do
your
a
body
damn
and things
thing
like
for.
that.
He was the highest paid player in baseball and didn't do a damn thing for 5 seasons straight.
Yeah. Sitting around playing.
But other than that, he's been a really good TV analyst. By the way,
That's good for
he
him.
has. He's found his calling.
Yeah.
Surprisingly enough.
He's looked good on J Lo's shoulder, on his arm. Yeah, she's.
Oh yeah, he's
J-Lo make anybody
He's such
look
a
like,
little-
oh, you're J Lo's husband.
He's actually he's playing that role perfectly too. He's like the little
Yeah.
fanboy.
Absolutely.
And
I would.
I don't
too.
know, man. It just that relationship kind of works for me too because J Lo. I mean, they're just celebrities.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but at what point do you get to like? She done been through a lot of celebrity stuff.
Yeah.
Like, how do you be like, hey, you just pick your number, like, oh, 32, I'm up. It's
You'd
like
be happy when
you
she
get,
pick you. Like, yes.
I mean,
Like,
but-
I've been waiting.
Oh.
Like that's one of those ones. It doesn't matter.
I'm on.
but it's almost like with-
J Lo want. If J Lo's interested in you, you drop whatever you're doing. If you got like a chick that she ain't famous, she ain't. Look. We
I mean,
try to
like
work
her
this out.
and, like-
Me and this J Lo thing definitely not gonna work out. But a couple
Right.
of years, I'll be back. I'll be a better man for you.
I mean, but how many celebrities is too many? Like, is it like what's the magical number? Like,
it depends
even like
on
Kim
who you-
Kardashian.
it depends on who you are.
Like Kim Kardashian done went through every entertainer like industry, like,
Yes.
but it's like after like 5, I think that's like a bit. Like
But
3
see,
is like
you can't. Kim Kardashian is different than J Lo though.
J Lo's been through a lot too.
It doesn't matter. It's J Lo.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Kim
yeah,
Kardashian,
I mean,
you're
yeah.
like, oh, after Kanye, I think I'm straight, man.
Yeah.
That's when you became straight.
I mean, he
Not
went he
not
went
the
crazy.
entire New Orleans Saints team.
No, because Kanye went crazy. He went crazy after he stopped.
Well, I'm sure she can take some credit for that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
For her, that's like a feather under her hat.
She's like,
Got
that's
another
what
one.
I do. Turn
Yeah.
dudes crazy.
Yeah.
Just thought you knew.
Man, I don't.
You don't pay attention to current events.
Hey.
You're listening to the Press Box Party. If you want to call in, 917-477-7737. We got special guest Antonio Madison, TV and film professional, and then we got comedian Jonathan Craig.
Yo, yo.
I'm Anton. We're talking about whatever the hell you want to talk about on this. Let's get to some odd news, shall we?
Shall
Yeah.
we? Let's do it.
As if the zombie, that there's such thing as a zombie bus.
Yeah, that was.
Derby in Indiana wasn't odd enough.
That's pretty
Yeah, the
odd.
place I've never heard of.
So- oh man, sometimes you shouldn't fall asleep, man. Especially, you remember this song right here?
Oh yeah, I remember this song.
Midwest people should know this song. Especially, you don't fall asleep when you got a booty call,
right.
or when you're about to be on the receiving end of one.
Yeah.
So this New Jersey,
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't remember this song, man?
Yeah.
I don't, man.
This is Midwest.
Yeah.
This is Chicago DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Fast
was
Eddie.
looking, yeah.
This makes you a Pacers fan now, since you ain't never heard it. You can't be a Bulls fan and never heard this song before.
He didn't want to be a Bulls fan.
No, I am a Bulls fan.
But I thought you liked the Pacers.
No, man.
This is why you gotta be a Pacers fan.
Nah.
You never heard this, you ain't a Bulls fan.
Nah.
I'm with that.
Yeah.
New Jersey woman, 29, is
This is
arrested
crazy.
for burning down a man's house after he called her for sex
Hey,
at
girl.
4 a.m.
You on your way?
but fell asleep before she arrived.
I mean, are you on your
Didn't
way?
answer
on
the
your
door, so she lit the house on fire, left eye style.
Way? Whoa.
And I got some pictures of it for our YouTube audience.
Yo.
That's definitely, you know what? She is definitely somebody you call over at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
That's,
I mean,
Yo, she looking
I
like
think it is.
she don't even care. Like,
does she also look like the person that would burn down a house?
because unlike him, she was really banking on this booty call.
yeah.
She been waiting on this call like, oh man,
You-
I almost fell asleep.
Man, but you know how good your sex game got to be for a woman to burn down your house because
Not when you in it.
No,
She ain't never gonna get it again.
Look at what she did to this house, man.
First of
Yo,
all, that's the smallest house I've
that's
ever
a
seen,
shack.
bro.
That ain't
Come
no
on,
house.
man.
That's somebody's garage.
That's a shed.
She look bigger than the
Oh,
house,
you
man. How
gotta
she
do
gonna
it.
get in there, man?
Oh,
burning this dollhouse
literally,
down.
The two firemen right there, like staying like
the-
across. Wow.
But you know what? It is disrespectful to call somebody over, invite them to your house for a little bit of, touch
You
and
better
feel.
expect a problem, right?
And then when they get there, you ain't up. And then you look like the psycho banging on the door, hitting somebody up 25 times. Like, look, you told me to come over here.
But
And now you sleep.
Look at her face though. She clearly
I
been
done
to jail
spent
before.
$50 on this cab.
It's
You better
Uber
open the
co-
door. It's pre-Uber.
Uber. She's a
This
free.
is pre-Uber. This is real money. What are you talking about? You know how to
That shit cost $52, and I was in a
Yeah.
pool. You know how many places I had to stop? That's why I didn't get here at
You
3.
know how to go through the
Trying to
get
tell
this
you.
cab. You better wake
Why I
up.
didn't make it at 3. I was trying for 3.
Oh,
wake up.
man.
Yeah.
Man, I want to know what the dude was doing. Maybe he just like, I don't
He
know.
What is he doing? He's
sobered
probably
up.
drinking.
Yeah, he
Stop,
sobered
dropping,
up.
and rolling
No,
is what
he-
he's doing.
he-
He's crawling out the back door trying to stay alive because that house is small and that shit's going to burn fast, bro. That's what's going to happen.
Yo, that house was small.
He got out in time, but she's
Yeah.
facing some
I'm
charges.
sure because the bed's probably right next to the back door.
Yeah.
But he probably a dumb fool that he'll call her again
Oh,
after.
yeah.
Like
You're right.
he's gonna call her
If
again.
you're finding,
Yeah.
No, I'm not calling
those
her
people.
yeah, people are crazy these days, man.
Yeah.
back. Obviously.
You ain't never done no crazy stuff like that, Jonathan.
Burn nobody's house down, no.
No, I'm talking about like you like invited somebody over, then it's like you just had to change your heart, like as they coming in, like nah, I ain't trying to.
Yo, do you remember that caller that called in Pac-Man? Were you here? Remember he called to tell about his Tinder story, how he went out to Green Bay, had an Uber drop him off, and the girl had a hoodie on. It was all
Yeah,
pulled
I
down.
remember that.
Yeah.
Brought him into the house, and then he had like escaped.
Yeah, and
Had
she
to
wouldn't take
escape
the
and
hoodie
called her.
off.
Yeah. He was like running in the Uber.
She was
like,
trying to-
go. I mean, it was like 3 a.m, and she was mad at him because after he signed up for whatever he signed up for, he wasn't down anymore
I would be
to
mad
follow
too,
through with
but
it.
Look,
and
if
then
you
she
hitting
was.
me up
Then
at
she
3,
started harassing him on Tinder and like, "What are you, gay?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
She needs answers. Come over here at 3 o'clock. You see I'm in this hoodie. When
I know, I mean,
tell you I don't
that-
want to take it off, you know what's up. If I didn't feel comfortable in this hoodie, it wouldn't be on. I'm in the house.
If that would have been the other way and she went to his house, yeah, it would have been burnt down for sure.
yeah.
Oh man.
So this
He
story
should've-
does
so
not
he should have
completely
burned her
shock
house
me.
down. That's what he should have did.
You listened to the Press Box Party, 917-477-7737 if you want to call in. We're covering some of the odd news. What did I forget something?
No, I just thought about something.
Do you want to talk about it or?
Nah, it's cool.
Sure, man.
Yeah, man.
What you
All
got in
right.
that cup, man?
It's kinda
What
weird.
you drinking?
It's
Was it a
okay.
booty call related
Right.
thing?
I don't want to. I've
Did you mess
incriminated
one up?
myself too many times. On
I was
this show.
saying.
You ain't gonna. Don't try to bait me.
Your
into that.
family listens.
Man,
Yeah.
for real.
Oh, yo, yeah, man.
Yeah, his family does.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
family
man.
His
listen. Yeah, you
his
can't-
pastor father
Yeah.
sometimes calls in.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ice cream man. Did you know
Ice
that's
cream-
his nice
That-
nickname?
your daddy-
Yeah.
what?
Well, the thing was, he came in, his pastor father, and a bunch of stuff came out on him on the show.
Yeah.
What?
And his nickname's the ice cream
Yeah.
man. Doom, doo, doom, doo, doo,
Wow,
doo, doo,
like,
doo.
like,
You
like,
making
yeah.
it
like, hold
sound
on. Now,
Stop
Antoine, hold on.
talking
No, when you say,
about
hold
my
on,
pops like that,
hold on.
man.
Antoine, now when we say, now I'm thinking like, is it
I'm
like the
thinking
ice
like
cream?
Master P.
I'm about to say, is it Master P
And I
ice
played
cream man,
I
or
played
is it
Master
like
P.
the van to play the music ice
Yeah.
cream?
You're the
No.
one that just made it
Antoine,
creepy.
you got to
made it
clarify
creepy.
that. When we say
I
ice cream man, I
he
got
knows what I meant because when he came in,
I'm saying for me, I didn't know.
I played Master
Yeah.
P.
Yeah, you know. So when you say to me, ice cream man is Master P.
And trust
you
me.
got 31 flavors.
Every
and it ain't-
pastor got a story before they were a pastor.
Exactly.
Believe
Yeah.
that. And I didn't even press him for it.
What are you talking about? This guy's
Well,
over here
you-
stirring up the pot.
You know what the hell I'm talking about.
Now,
No,
your
so
daddy about to call in the show.
No,
Listen, he'll call in.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Williams, man. How you doing?
So
man?
Jay
Shout
Will's
out to
dad
Bob.
listens.
Yeah,
He does.
yeah.
Now we got to talk about Florida. What happened in Florida this week? Another incident at Walmart.
It's always Walmart. It always happens at Walmart.
Got a crazy mugshot on this one, too. Dead battery thwarts Walmart scooter getaway. Suspect nabbed trying to recharge his scooter. And you got any details on this one? Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man. So basically
There's a
what happened,
mugshot for our YouTube audience.
this guy was at Walmart, and apparently
Florida man.
these scooters are a hot commodity, man. Because how many times have we done a story
St. Petersburg.
where somebody is stealing a
Tampa
Walmart
Bay area.
scooter? This must be like the old people challenge, to go in Walmart and see if you can steal a cart and how far you can get. So this is what this guy did. He goes to Walmart. He's done. I mean, obviously, when you look at this mugshot, he was
Is that
done.
a glass eye?
He looked messed.
Those that can't see, it looks like a glass eye.
He
right?
was done before he went to
I don't
Walmart.
know. It's messed up.
Stole a scooter, then drove it down the highway, but only got a mile because the battery died. And then he had to go charge it up at the gas station. That's when the police rolled up on him. Was like, "Hey, man, this says Walmart, and you don't live or work at Walmart, and you ain't at Walmart right now, so this is considered stealing." That's what that is.
59. He looks
He
79.
looks old, man. He's
That's what Florida will do to you, though.
He's too
he's
old to
been
be
through.
stealing.
Does Florida man ever look his age?
No.
Never.
man.
Sorry.
That dude looked like he's 1 foot away from the grave though. Like he looks
Yeah.
bad.
He's ready for a dirt nap.
yeah.
Oh, that's what he
I
does.
mean, that's a 59-year-old.
59. Like, golly. Betty White looks better than him, man. She like 120. Like
She is. She's old.
Next one, we got a video for those on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Otherwise, we'll just explain it to you. You can visualize it
Yeah.
in your mind. Man starts swinging a sword at another man. And what are they fighting over?
All right, so here's what's
Some
happening.
trash.
They are fighting over trash.
I'll play the video while
a
you're
good
explaining.
piece of trash, though.
Well,
I wouldn't risk my life for this trash. But it's something that you look in the trash and be like, oh, wow, that doesn't look like trash. Let me go rescue this trash. But then it's not trash that you're like, let me risk my life over this trash.
yeah,
So, but it's
man.
it's Florida, baby, and
I mean, you never know what you're gonna get him for, man.
you
Like,
never know. So we got basically what's happening.
how old are these people?
Too old to be fighting over trash.
Yeah.
All right, let's fire up the video.
Oh
here.
yeah.
All right,
Let's
here we
play
go.
this. Yeah. Play this clip.
Here's the guy just, swinging a sword and missing by inches.
So basically,
Fighting
what's-
over this cart.
Oh man. That must be like top of the line, man. A Home Depot like type of cart, because that's some. What did he have in his hand though? What is it? It was actual sword, or was it something like?
Yeah, hold on. We'll play the news feed.
Couldn't
of it.
really
They can
tell
us
what it
about
was.
I'll cut the music for a second. We can listen to what the news feed actually says about it.
Local 10 News reporter Ian Margul is live in Oakland Park to show us. Ian.
Nicole, this is one of those stories that you hear only in Florida, right? So crazy, it is almost unbelievable. The entire thing, though, is caught on video, and police want you to take a very close look, and if you recognize the people in it, to turn them in.
I had no idea what they were yelling about. I just saw some person attack my neighbor with a sword.
Home surveillance cameras catching a terrifying attack in Oakland Park. Valerie Lyons said she heard her neighbor yelling for help.
I was just walking my dog. I was headed back to my house, and all of a sudden I hear my neighbor say, if you get any closer to me, I'm going to call the cops.
It turns out her neighbor, the man in blue in this video, found this black cart in a bulk trash pile right near Prospect Road and Northwest 11th Terrace. But apparently, a couple of other people were also looking through that pile and felt that since they were there first,
I got dibs.
they should get the cart. Instead of fighting over it, the man in blue jogged off and went home.
I
They
got
followed
privilege.
him, and at
I'll
his
take this
house,
cart.
One man pulled a sword
I got
out of
a
a red
sword.
sheath. He and the man in blue tug back and
Give
forth
my
on the
cart
cart
back.
as he takes multiple swipes with the blade, missing only by
you are
inches.
not
Finally, the man in blue
test
points
for
to
my
the
Wu-Tang
cameras on
sword.
his home. The guy with the sword backs
Shaolin
off,
and the Wu-Tang.
thinking it's over. The man in blue leaves the bin in the front yard, but just a little while later, a woman shows up.
This is the
And while
kicker.
cursing out the
They have a
trucker, she
damn
takes the bin
near-death
and walks
fight,
off.
and then some lady.
She just walks off.
She walks up and curse you out. They almost fought to the death.
Really crazy.
Oh,
And
wow.
she walks up and like, "This my goddamn
Yeah.
car. You better give it
Moments ago, we got
to me."
the chance to speak to the man in blue, the victim in this case. He says in that half-mile jog between where he picked up that cart and here at home, he was actually being chased. Take a listen to what they had to say.
Just let the cart
And
go.
I turned behind me, and he had a sword out chasing me. So I just kept running. And while I was running down the road with this man chasing me with a sword, another lady, unassociated with either of us, started saying something like, "Oh, this can't happen."
And then she ran off with it.
And then she walked off.
No, I'm sorry.
Calmly, like I'm.
Jimmy
like,
the Greek
people
says
were
swords
killing.
are making a comeback.
They are.
With
We've
these
had a
new-
couple
with
crossbow
these new
stories.
gun laws.
Crossbows, swords. I think what the Game of Thrones
You better get you a sword.
lifestyle probably is to blame. We have to ask A-Rod what he thinks about that.
I'm gonna get me a sword. Just walk around with it.
Kids are not going to. Actually, that's a legitimate A-Rod reason why kids are not going to outlive their parents.
Because of swords?
Yeah.
Is it getting chopped up?
Dangerous, man.
It is. You go steal a card, it's definitely dangerous.
We're talking about Florida Man here on the Press Box Party. If you want to call in, 917-477-7737. Contact us. We can talk about swords, Florida Man.
That's right.
We here.
We can talk about booty calls.
Booty calls. But make sure if you
So
send
you
out
never,
the booty
so
call.
to confirm, Jonathan Gregg, you never fell asleep while booty calls on the way?
I will never admit to falling asleep to a booty call on the way.
Yeah.
I don't think I
what
have.
about Antonio here?
Nah, I ain't never fell asleep on the booty
Never?
call. Nah, man.
You stay up for that booty call.
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I'm a happily married man now.
Oh, of course we're talking. We're talking like
long
pre-marriage.
We're talking like in the 50s.
Yeah. Back in the days.
And it only happened once.
Yeah. That one time.
Yeah.
That one time in 1954.
Yeah.
When it was an actual payphone booty call where they had to call the operator.
And whatever time it was, Jonathan was with me.
Yeah, they were like, operator.
So it was a college time, but.
All right, I got the mugshot here. What happened here, Jonathan Craig?
All right.
Back in Florida. This is
looking at
St.
the
Lucie.
mugshot.
St. Lucie, man. Everything's happening in St. Lucie.
When you look at this mugshot, you already know the crack, cocaine, or crystal meth is involved in the story before you even read the story. So
what is the story?
Here's what happens. We play a little game of hide and go seek. Hide the crack. Where is it? Can you find it? Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. So this lady was supposed to be, she was going to a jail facility, and they asked her, they said, "Hey, ma'am, do you have any contraband on you anywhere?" She said, "No, I don't." They asked her repeatedly before we book you and we go through the whole process, "Do you have any contraband hidden anywhere? Inside of your private parts?" Anywhere. When we say anywhere, we mean anywhere.
Wow. Yeah.
Because we're going to do a full cavity search. When we get in here, we just giving you a chance to confess before it gets ugly. No, I don't have anything. I don't have anything anywhere in any of my parts, she said. So they said, all right, cool. So they waited till they got into the full cavity search. They go up her vagina. What do they find? Yeah, because that's what a full cavity search is. If you
got you,
we're not
back
sure.
Back and front.
Yeah,
it's back and front.
They go to the back. Nothing there.
Nothing in the back. But
which
something
which
was
is
in
the
the front.
usual spot. Nothing in the back. They go up the front. Oh, what do we find? A crack pipe with a crack rock still in it.
Was it still lit though?
Yeah, that's right. And so my question is, how was she planning on smoking this? Either the crack pipe is in a plastic baggie up her vagina, or she's got the driest pussy in the world, because there's no way that you're gonna pull that out and it's just gonna be dry. It's got to dry off.
It just,
you can't just light it up.
Hold on, but
The crack is gone bad now at this point. Once it gets wet, it's not good. I don't know.
But what if you pass it to somebody though? Like that's
Yeah.
they sniff it and
How
like,
did
yo.
that? How did that search go down, man?
Yeah, that's wild.
It was a lot of
'Cause-
questioning.
No, that's taking a chance though.
It is taking a chance.
Because if you go for the search and you come up empty,
Boom. She just had a good time. And
And
you
she-
didn't.
and she's about to get paid.
Yeah, she's like, aha. She don't know that.
One more Florida story.
Let's do it.
Florida got a lot going on now,
It's
man.
all
Relationships.
Florida.
Florida man dumps dirt on girlfriend's borrowed car.
That's right. I'm putting this bitch in the dirt.
So he got in a fight with his girlfriend, wanted to mess up her Cadillac. I'll put it up here. There it is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even her girlfriend's car. Her girlfriend's friend let her borrow the car.
Hey, girl, you can borrow my car to go to work. Cool.
That looked like a STX too, man.
And
Kinda
then
like, yeah.
her boyfriend dumps a bunch of dirt on the borrowed car.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you say to your friend when you
That's
return
serious,
the car?
Like that's
How do you return this
Sorry,
car?
I got a crazy axe. Just give me the bill.
No.
yeah. You know, that's somebody going to jail. Like, yo, that if that was me, that's
serious.
Yeah.
I'd be like, girl, I think we need to reevaluate our friendship.
That's when you go call your
You
cousins
hang out
or
with
something,
these
man.
kind of
Don't
people that
be-
would do shit like this to you. I don't need to hang out with
Yeah.
you. It's been fun. It's been a great year. It's gonna be better years to come without you.
Yo. Yeah, you gotta somebody gotta get an ass whooping after that. That's
You gotta-
917-477-7737. We got another one here where somebody else. This was in the UK. Pile of manure and signs saying the landlord is effing my wife, dumped outside of a pub by a scorned husband. So apparently the landlord of this pub was banging his wife,
right?
And he put these in front.
I just
piles of manure, like very large pile.
I hope he didn't shovel
Very
it
large pile
himself, because that's a whole nother level of hate. I'm gonna shovel this crap right in front of your establishment.
But
I
where do
hate
you just
so
go
much.
and get a pile of
That's
manure?
what I'm saying.
Like,
It's a
just-
lot of work.
I mean, like, where do you just
there's
get
a lot
that
of
from?
There's a
You
lot
can
of
get-
farms out there.
You can? Okay.
Believe me.
I mean, that's a lot.
England, UK, Ireland.
I'm sure somebody was
cows
happy to
everywhere.
get that manure off of their
cows
hands.
I mean,
everywhere.
but do you pay for it?
You might
Or you
because
just-
don't they use it for like growth
Like
purposes?
fertilizer and stuff like
fertilizer. Yeah.
I guess that
I
makes
say
sense.
growth purposes.
Growth purposes. If
It's
you'd
a new way to say fertilizer.
If you want to grow as a
We got
human, bathe in poop.
We got a call coming in
All right.
from looks like Indiana.
Uh-oh.
Who's on the phone line?
It's the ice cream man calling to
Hey,
defend
good
himself.
evening, gentlemen.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
Uh-oh.
How are you?
Doing well in
Doing
yourself.
well. How about you? This is
I'm doing fantastic.
is this Mama Williams?
Mama Williams.
Mama
Yes,
Williams.
it
Hey, y'all calm down.
Mama Williams.
Hey,
What's going on over
Mama
there?
Williams. Hey, you remember me, Mama Williams? You remember me?
Hey, congratulations, Antonio.
Yeah, thank you.
She remembers.
You're doing such a great job. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate you.
What about me, Ma? I'm doing a great job.
Hey, it ain't about you right now. She tell you that all the time, man. Hey, Mama Williams, I haven't seen you in a while. I love you, and
Amen.
It's good to hear your voice. But it's been a few years. We definitely, when I get back to Indiana, up in your area, definitely got to stop by and come visit you.
Definitely. You must do that.
We'll do.
Get in line.
Hey.
What else is going?
You guys are so awesome. I tell you.
God, this guy. I can't wait till your mom's on the show.
She's been on before, but I don't think you've been in here. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be here the next time.
Man, you guys are doing a great job. I enjoy the show. I do. Some interesting things are going on in this world, huh? What about what is it, Zorro, the sword man?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Zorro, the
Remember
sword
him?
guy. Yeah. So if you run,
Oh,
if you see a
man.
cart unattended, just leave it there. It's not worth getting sliced up.
I'm telling you, right?
No, it's not.
I tell you. But I'm enjoying the show. You guys are awesome. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
All right.
We enjoy
Thanks
you
for checking
calling.
in.
Some of us more than others,
Oh.
it seems like.
Yeah. All right. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Yeah, we love you too.
We love you too. I said it for us.
All
Y'all,
right.
y'all don't have to say it. We love you.
Hey, we
Bye.
can show love to your mama.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Talk to you later.
We'll talk. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Where did
Well,
that was a mistake, man. That was for the next story.
Oh, yeah?
yeah. And
It better be. What's the next story?
Obviously, that wouldn't be a song for Mama Williams. That'd be a song for, like, Infant Williams.
Infant Williams. Oh, my God. You're going to get the show canceled.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Teenage Williams.
Teenage
man.
Williams.
Yeah.
Like, don't you mean
That
like
song
younger?
would be for Teenage Williams.
At least 18.
You remember who we're talking about? That was Robert.
I don't know where this is going.
That was a Robert song.
You're right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What regulations we got?
I think we've all we're done covering for that guy.
I don't know what you're talking about. He makes good music.
We're done covering for that guy.
Remix to Ignition is a great song.
Dude, you still listen to R. Kelly?
Yeah, I do.
Dude, you
After you know,
I
all
still
the
listen to Michael Jackson
after you
too.
now know what all the songs.
Michael
are about.
Jackson and R. Kelly too. Man, you
Yeah,
can't
that's
compare
two different
the two.
situations. Plus, you can
We don't have
listen-
no proof of Michael Jackson.
Well, we
You
do,
saw the video of R. Kelly.
Listen, I'm not saying that R. Kelly isn't a terrible person. I'm saying he's a terrible person that just so happens to make amazing music.
I'd like to say we do have proof of Michael Jackson because it's the fact. All I have to hear in the Michael Jackson story is that he let people sleep in his let little boys sleep in his bed.
Those parents
when you say it like
allowed
that,
those kids
yeah.
to sleep in his bed, and that is
Yeah.
the first red flag right there.
I know.
You can't be
but it's
mad at
Mike,
Michael
though,
for
man.
wanting kids to sleep in his bed. You be mad at the parents for letting the kids to sleep in his
Yeah,
bed.
I
There's no
get it.
way that my parents are gonna be like, yeah, you can go sleep in that famous adult's
Of course,
bed.
but if how is he going to commit the crime unless he finds somebody to agree to it?
You can't be
You're
mad
saying
at a
different
criminal
things.
for being a
I'm
criminal
not
when
mad-
somebody puts it right in his face like, look, I know you like little boys, here, have mine.
So if somebody kills a family member of yours and like, hey man, I want to kill that person, but I don't have a gun. Dude gives him a gun. You're the dude that killed your family member is scot free.
No, man, they both got to go.
Exactly.
But if he wouldn't have gotten the gun,
there you go.
the person's
We got
an
another
enabler.
phone call.
Uh-oh. The line
Houston,
is hot.
Texas.
H-Town.
Houston, Texas. Ozella. Hello, are you there?
Hello.
I'm here.
What do you want to talk about, Ozella?
Y'all need to leave Michael alone. He can't defend himself.
Yeah.
I done told you,
Yeah.
leave Michael alone. Because like Jonathan said, there's no way Jonathan, Monte, or Victoria will be at anybody's house sleeping and we don't know about it. We ain't those kind of parents, so no.
It's
Leave
just like
him
Jeffrey.
alone.
Just like Jeffrey Epstein, right? Like somebody allowed their daughters to do that, so he's completely innocent too.
No, well, that's not what we're saying.
Yes.
Jeffrey Epstein doesn't make
You
good
know
music.
Y'all can talk about Epstein all
Yeah,
you want.
Michael
You know
Jackson
what?
had same damn money, same damn bank
You know
account.
what? Y'all ain't
I'm
seen
done.
nobody. He probably ain't dead. He probably gone to his island. So y'all better quit playing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Done pulled a
No,
Tupac.
they definitely got pictures of that.
Ain't nobody showed no dead body. You saw.
I saw.
him on the gurney,
No, that's not
but you
true.
ain't
Here
saw
in New
him.
York,
You-
here in New York, they showed a stretcher shot. It was all, they did.
Yeah, like they can't make a body that look like his. Y'all better go to his island
Oh,
and see him
boy.
out on that
Calling
private
out,
island.
you calling out
Y'all better
conspiracy
quit
on
playing.
it? You calling a conspiracy on it?
Yeah, that's. Is that,
I'm with
no,
it. I
he
support
needed
it.
to be dead.
I'm always
He was
down
about
to
to
support
take.
conspiracy.
He was
Yeah.
about to take down a whole
Quit
lot of
playing.
famous
Quit
people.
playing.
So
Oh, he was about to blow the. He was about to Jose Canseco a bunch.
he had to
of
do
people,
what
bro.
he had to do what he
Yo.
did.
He was
It was
about
about
to.
yeah.
Whatever.
Everybody was gonna be named in that.
Welcome to our new guest, Aunt Madison. We're so glad to have you on the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
You
glad
gave
to
us
be
a
here,
lot of
man.
Insight today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of connections. Thank God
Yeah.
for you helping other people,
Yeah.
being a mentor. We like that.
Yeah. And like I
Jonathan,
said,
keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Anton, hey, you're always on point with your crazy stories. And Jonathan, you have been to Clarksville. What was that? You have been there.
You've been there, right?
What?
He always
I have?
tries to play like he's so hard, man.
When?
You've been
I'm
there
tired.
before.
Yeah, you just leave it at that.
We'll talk about
It'll
this
probably
later.
add demolition derby. We don't. You really want to hear more?
No,
she's
I don't.
gonna continue. Yeah,
Hold
just
on.
stop.
Hold on. Does he have pictures floating
Was
around
that
of him at a demolition derby?
Was that a monster truck rally?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a crazy story.
Oh.
But you know the crazy part about that video? They
What?
see the bus coming,
Yeah.
and nobody
Nobody
moves.
moves.
Nobody flinches.
They believe in those guard gates.
Just the other day, I was watching the Yankee game, and a foul ball came in one of those nets, and the lady spilled the
that.
beer all over her face. And this dude ain't going. No one's gonna move off a
But then there was
full truck.
But you
Bus.
see, there was an older lady in front of him, didn't even flinch.
Nobody
And
even
that-
grabbed.
that's-
Nobody
I've
grabbed the
seen
baby
that.
or
Yeah.
nothing. Nobody grabbed the baby.
Man, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I would have been in the 20th row and like, I gotta go. Like, just
I would've.
that bus was coming full speed.
I
That's
know
some crazy stuff.
people. I think so many people want to get hit though. You know, because you know they get free tickets for life and get all this other stuff.
You ain't gonna live to see it.
Free tickets
You know,
to
you-
that.
You may live looking like a little lopsided, but hey,
It would look like
you
a
know,
bus
so people
zombie.
go the price you pay. But great show. I had to call like 4 times to get through. You know, I thought I
Yeah,
was
we
on
had
the
a lot of
VIP
listeners.
list.
Sorry. Yeah, now you're right in.
We got to get her on the VIP Express Express
Have
line.
a good evening.
All right, you
Thank
too.
you.
Love you.
Be blessed.
We love you. I said it for us. Y'all don't have to
Jonathan,
say
you
it.
love your mama.
Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
She loves your mama too.
No, she said. Next story.
She said.
Of course, she loves my mom.
What time's happy hour start? Jonathan Craig works in the bar industry.
I do.
It's not
Happy hour
now?
starts from 4
You know this.
to like 7.
What about
4 to 7.
this one? Opened at 8. We don't know if it was happy hour. What time's a bar open? A bar is open. I guess there's some in Manhattan that open at like 8 a.m.
Most of them don't.
This was 8 a.m. on a was it a Sunday?
Because in New York City, you can't even. There used to be
Anyways,
a law you couldn't even.
I got a
serve
mug shot
alcohol.
on this lady. Kentucky woman breaks into bar, hangs out before the employees arrive.
Dang. She needed that
Monday
shot.
morning,
Wow.
she broke into the bar.
She's on the bender.
Partying from Sunday night.
No, she partying from Saturday night.
8 a.m. opening. 35-year-old Donna Martin.
35.
There's her mug shot.
She done been through life a couple times.
Yo,
35.
Goes to a bar in Lexington, Kentucky, and was sitting in the bar area, just started helping herself, and waited till the employees came in and greeted them, said, hey, come on in.
Hey, guys,
I just
what's
got a little
happening?"
head start.
been waiting on you.
Who's to say she wasn't going to pay?
Been trying to figure out how to work this
Yo.
soda gun.
Sounds like, yeah.
Yo, I'm 36 and she looks like she's old enough to be my mama.
Yeah, she's rough.
She
looking.
looks bad.
She looked like
She
been
like a Florida 36
Florida
Damn.
36. That's a
out there in Kentucky.
That's a everywhere else 50.
My God.
Yeah.
I don't know
Wow.
what I would do if I came into my morning shift and somebody was already there.
That's what I was just going to ask you.
drinking. Already there, drunk, greeting me like, "Hey man, what's happening? I've been waiting on you
Yeah, that's like
since I broke in."
that's like when
Y'all
you go
got
to
What are you
the
gonna
airport
say
and
to him?
People drinking.
How'd you get in here?
Yeah.
And then he's gonna show me, and I'm saying, "All right, we gotta get better security system."
What if it's a real loyal customer? You going to let him stay?
if it's a regular?
Because she definitely was that.
I would say, "Look, man,
What if she look good though?
you know what? Ain't nobody that look good breaking into no bar at 8:00 in the morning. And even if you look good, you don't look good then.
Anomaly.
You don't look good when
Yeah.
you're breaking in at 8:00 in the morning. That's not a good look, you know.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Rough. She look bad.
I would probably have an interview. If it's a regular look, man, we need to talk
You
about
get-
something.
man.
You ain't been to sleep, have you? Have you? Obviously, you haven't. It's 8, and you still here.
And
You
you
still drinking.
You got to put her
You
on
got-
the prayer
you on that
list,
good
man.
stuff,
She look
ain't you?
bad. Yeah, that look rough.
Give me his number.
Yeah, she look rough, man.
Yeah.
If you friends with that lady, somebody need to sit down and have an intervention with her.
Well, if
she
you
look
friends with
bad.
her, then they probably was waiting on her to come back. Like, where you been?
with the
What?
Took you so long. I had to wait. Got stuck in there. Had to wait till they opened. Then I went to jail. It's been a long.
That took forever.
after all,
It's been a long
hold on,
week.
I would have been here. I would have been here at 5.
And then,
I'd have
and
been
then,
here on
But
Friday.
I had to go to jail.
and then after all that, they're like, "But did you bring back the liquor?"
It's like, well,
Everything's closed right now.
yeah.
Oh man. Oh man. Hey, shout out to the people on the thread, man, on the chat. Man.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta
all-
say what's up to them. Swords,
shout out to the
Jimmy
people,
the Greek.
man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, Jimmy the Greek, man, been on here, man. Much love.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man.
Jimmy.
The contributors.
Swords are making a
and the
comeback,
callers.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Chief Firewater, I see you.
What's
man.
up,
Yeah.
Kamal Rogers?
Yeah.
Shout out to all my
Williams.
people in Indiana, man.
Gerald
who's listening,
Williams.
my family, friends. Yeah.
Anybody else that's listening is
Shout out to my
scared
BET
to call in.
family, my BET family who's still
BET.
listening, man.
BET
Yeah,
family.
I appreciate
Hope they
y'all.
tune in.
Yeah, they've been tuning
You
in.
can catch it after the fact. Yeah,
They've been messaging me. And stuff.
No lie, there's been a lot of activity in and out with listeners. You guys have been coming in and out. That's cool. And
Yeah,
most people
That's
know
what she said.
you could check out the whole
You can check out the whole what?
Yeah.
package.
Yeah.
That's
later
what she said.
on the archive
As
section.
well.
Just go to the show reel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody talk about this
this
right
is-
here.
this is-
Madison. We'll let Aunt Madison take the Madison, Wisconsin story. Madison, Wisconsin. What happened?
Madison, Wisconsin. Man attempting to put out bed bugs with cigarette accidentally starts mattress fire.
That's right. You heard
What?
it. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
A man attempting to put out bed bugs with a cigarette and then starts a mattress fire. First of all, what did he think was going to happen? He was just going to burn them and they just going to just perish? Like,
Yeah. That's
Hey,
exactly
man,
what
it's
that is
like-
exactly what he
hold on.
thought.
There's been
That's
rumors.
exactly what
Hey,
he
this
thought.
is like a real thing though. It's been rumored that people have destroyed their houses trying to kill a spider, like starting a fire or something, or just tearing the house apart.
I almost destroyed my house.
Yeah,
burning a mouse.
So this is just like the
Once
next
upon a
level
time.
of that.
like that's next level
But
stupid.
that's stupid. What
Like,
I was
that's
trying to do
stupid
was
as
like
ever.
borderline stupid because
I know.
But this is dumb.
To let it get to.
I mean, you ain't got no spray, no nothing.
No,
You got a
and
cigarette.
you know how like accurate you have to be to get the bed bug with
exactly.
You
With
can't just flick the
best
This
case
is like-
scenario. What happens?
Right.
There's a bunch of holes
in
the
your mattress. And it
Yeah.
smells like smoke.
It smells like, and then you don't want to sleep on it because now you got a bunch of holes in your mattress. Like, what was he shooting for? I don't understand this.
My God. Oh my. Yo.
I understand.
That's
like,
next level stupid right there.
That is.
Yeah.
That ain't even being clever.
No, that Madison, Wisconsin. Hey, man, the fact that that's my last name, I just feel like some type of way.
Madison,
Just
Wisconsin.
even reading that
I'm
article.
upset about
man.
that.
Home of Badgers football and basketball.
Yeah, yeah. They just, I don't.
Chief
I don't
Firewater
even
still
know.
asking questions
He is.
for
He's
our
like
ghost,
best backstage
Aunt Madison.
beef or
he
fight.
wants to know
No, Chief-
he's like, now that he knows you got some BET television experience for those joining us
Oh,
late, we
bad.
gotta he wants to know if you witnessed something.
Any beefs or
I
fights
see.
in
Yeah,
the back.
Chief Firewater. He said, "What best backstage fight or beef?" It has to go back to the I think about 2000.
Give us the juice.
No, I mean this is something. This is something that hit TMZ and things like that. I think it was 2012 when the Young Jeezy Rick Ross story hit, man, and that was a crazy sequence because I remember you talking about Suge Knight and things earlier, but that was the first time that I really seen something escalate to that magnitude where I was like, oh, this is a real thing. Like, oh, like this is
For the,
like,
for the people who aren't aware of what you're talking about, just give us a recap.
So basically, it was the Hip Hop Awards, I believe 2012, 2013 or something like that.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, Rick Ross and I think it was and Young Jeezy, they had like a little beef at the time. I think it was somebody else involved. But basically, they had cross paths in the hallway backstage, and we were filming in Atlanta. We was at the Atlantic Civic Center, and just to kind of paint a picture, the backstage area hallways were very small. So it was like, it wasn't like two entourages just could just walk past each other in space. I mean, like you rubbing elbows, shoulders with each other. So from what I gather is that they had cross paths and things escalated, and I don't think it was necessarily them, but it was the entourage.
They always ready to go.
Yeah,
they ain't got nothing to lose.
Yeah, the entourages were just kind of pushing each other, and it's kind of escalated out to where like to what people I think TMZ's like shots fired. There wasn't any really shots fired, but it was like some pepper spray and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember seeing some video. From
pepper spray burns.
And then
you ain't never got pepper spray.
And then there was another one with Chris Brown incident. Chris Brown and the Migos got into it.
Really?
In L.A. in 2017.
Yeah, I kind of remember. that too.
They got into it crossing paths, man.
What are they fighting about?
I think over the girl, man. Was it Crucci?
It's gotta be a girl. Chris Brown and the Migos.
Yeah.
Fighting.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't even.
Yeah. I mean, it was not. Well, I don't want to just.
So you saying Chris Brown got them hands? Is what you're telling me?
I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, cause just about like numbers, it's 3 of the Migos. It's 1 of Chris Brown.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, honestly, here's the thing. When it comes to beefs and stuff like that, when it comes to these entertainers, a lot of times it don't be the entertainers themselves. It be the entourage.
The teams.
Because the entourage is like, well, a lot of people don't know. They move from camp to camp. So like somebody be with Chris Brown, then they move over to like to the Migos, and because maybe they had bad blood with Chris Brown now. The entourage don't like Chris Brown, so it spills out to the Migos don't like Chris Brown. I'm just using that as an example.
Right.
So a lot of times that's how it works, where the camps,
the camps are disloyal.
The entourages don't like each other.
Entourages.
It's not necessarily the talent, but if I'm rolling with you and it's like, and if I start a fight, like, oh, Jonathan Craig people done started a fight, and so your name is getting put out there,
right.
And that's how the people get put in the media, and it puts a bad light on the artist. But 90, I'm gonna say a good portion of the time, it's not the artist, it's the entourage. So but so to go to that, I mean, I would say that was probably one of the the fire, man. That was probably one of the biggest things that I was actually there and for it to hit TMZ. And then another crazy thing, man, RIP to Nipsey Hussle, but I was there in LA when where Nipsey Hussle had when he's hit that guy on video. If you guys remember that,
I do.
And stuff like which is an unfortunate situation because I actually knew the guy he hit, who's a good guy, and so those are just things that just hit, been out in the media where this isn't anything inside where I'm like breaking news. It's like stuff that's been out there, but that was an unfortunate situation because now obviously the legend, the history of like with Nipsey Hussle and things what he's doing. Obviously he's getting much respect for what he's doing for the community, but that situation, knowing we could talk about it off air, but that should not have happened. It was something that just shouldn't happen. So, but but I've witnessed some crazy stuff, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Fun times, man. Fun times in the industry, man.
I like the juice.
Yeah. None but some crazy stories I can just go on for days, man. But at the end of the day, it's like, I wouldn't, change. There are a few things I wouldn't change, but for the most part, like I said, it's afforded me opportunities to meet people, travel. If it wasn't for the entertainment industry, I wouldn't be sitting here right now talking to you guys, you crazy mother. So, it's just, and just being on this show, and I thank you guys for having me, man. It's been a blast. I know we got a little bit more time, but I just want to say thank you guys for having me on here.
For sure,
for the listeners.
Yeah.
And
thanks for coming in and sharing some of this stuff.
You dropped a lot of knowledge on people.
Yeah.
And I think you left everybody.
And you still got listeners. You still got a chance to call in if you want to. Ask Antonio something. Ask us something. Talk about one of the stories we covered.
If we go off air, man, like I said again, follow. Hit me up on my Instagram would be the best way. Message me, Tone_Madison. Let me know if you got a question. If one of yourself or your kids are interested in being in the industry, I'll be more than happy to give as much information as possible. If I can't help them directly, and if I see they have the passion, and here's the thing we didn't touch. There are a lot of people who just waste your time.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. So, like,
the yappers.
Within a few minutes, I can tell if somebody is serious about what they're doing. Yeah. Just like, like, oh, yeah, I want to do this. So, and I have those people who approach me at times, and they just run their mouth. So,
I feel like that's probably most of them, right?
I would say a good portion of them, yeah. Okay. Because the second I talk about the real grind and the sacrifice that goes in, it's like, oh, well, I just want to hang out with the, the stars.
Cool.
I just want to be on the VIP list.
I just really want to be a groupie and like somebody's baby mama.
So until when we start talking about the grind, and what my family has put up for me to be in a position, to where, you know, I am the things that I've done. Like, people don't understand. Like, people see the end result. Like, yeah, you may see the pictures and things, you know, maybe posted up on Instagram and Facebook or whatever. But the grind, like, only the people that's close to me know that, yo, we really went through it to get to this point. And the thing is, we're not even close to where we want to be.
Yeah.
And that's where people don't understand that. It's like, you know, once you get a little bit of, I won't say success or fame. I would say fame. Success is like, that's, you know, you got to keep going, man. Like, that's just the beginning of it, you know. So there's a lot of things people just don't really understand. They just think
you
that
can't get complacent.
You can't get complacent. Even for those people, man. I was watching some video like 50 Cent or something, like just his grind, his work ethic. Like 50 worth like probably $50 million. I don't know.
It's 50.
It's 50. But his work ethic, man, he still works and grind like he's broke.
That's how you stay rich.
If
Stay hungry.
If you ain't grinding, or if you ain't thinking about the next move and like, okay, how am I gonna get it? You know, I don't care if you got no dollars, $100 million, $1 billion. Like, look at the billionaires. You know, the Mark Zuckerberg. They still like, you know, what's the next move?
Right.
You know, you like if somebody who's worth multi-billion dollars is worrying about the next move, and you got $100 and you feeling good, like
chilling, you Netflix.
Something's wrong right
man,
there.
My show is on, man.
Something's wrong. Yeah,
I gotta watch. You
need
6
to be,
episodes real quick.
You know, and don't get me wrong, I'm the biggest TV buff. I'll watch a movie, Netflix, whatever. But at the same time, if I gotta do something, man, where it's like, you know, where it's making a phone call and, you know, or reading a book or reading an article that's just gonna enhance where I need to get, I'm gonna just got to go to the back burner, man. You got to make the sacrifices, not only for yourself, for your family, for your future, whatever, man, because, you know, you only given a small window. And when that window closes, that's it.
That's it.
Over.
So whatever that window may be, 6 months, 6 years, whatever window God is giving you to take advantage, you better take advantage of it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything. So, and that's why I say I'm so happy with every opportunity that I've been given, whether it be with BET, movies, television, reality, music videos. I've done it all, man, and I've learned from so many different things, so many different elements from all of them. That even though they're all under entertainment, but they're all different in so many ways.
Right.
And then the good thing is I get to take all those experiences and share it with other people who's trying to get in.
Yeah.
To help them. If it can help you get to where you need to a little easier, a little faster, bam.
That's what it's about.
So my grind ain't doing nothing but helping other people.
Yeah, I mean, when I worked at LA Film School, the LA Recording School, a lot of our faculty were successful, didn't have to teach, but they taught because
they wanted to give back.
They wanted to give back, and that somebody gave them a chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they wanted to instill it in people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking with Antonio Madison. If you want to call it 917-477-7737. You guys ever got involved in a battle rap?
Yo.
Let's do it.
Battle me?
Oh.
No, this is not the hip hop hour. I think Antonio is ready to go.
Yo, I ain't got no bars in me, so don't. Hey,
I got
no bars in me. Hey, I'll give you.
Those are the people you got to watch out for. They'll hog the mic.
I ain't got no bars. I've been writing these bars since I was 16.
Yo.
Well, in Minneapolis, man, rap battle got ugly, didn't it?
First of all, in Minneapolis, they have rap battles in Minneapolis.
They had a rap battle. Right here's a mugshot to prove it.
Oh, man.
And this might be somebody related to our guest.
Who?
You didn't notice?
Anthony Madison.
Oh, God.
It's your cousin?
Hold on. Where's he from?
Hold on a second. Hold on. For those that are joining late.
Oh, my God.
Antonio Madison from Evansville, Indiana, is here. And we got a Minnesota story involving a rap battle. With a guy named Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Madison.
Or Madison, I'm sorry.
Not Anthony Anderson.
I know. I'm
getting
ahead of myself.
Not Blackish.
I'm too excited. Too excited.
Calm down. Take a deep breath.
But
oh, man.
Anthony Madison, this Ant Madison passed away. Rest in peace. He
Oh,
got murdered.
Yeah, there's a difference between passing and getting murdered.
All right.
There is.
I didn't want to kill the.
Yeah.
It says it in the headline that I got up there.
Yeah, I mean,
soft sex R&B and rap battle turn into a murder. So
This
Anthony
first,
Madison
this headline is terrible.
It is.
Who approved of this headline?
This is the Minnesota paper. Who knows?
They're like, look, man, we gotta sell papers.
But
Ain't nobody buying papers no more.
Anthony Madison's into R&B. Quentin Osgood
R&B
Jr.
thug.
is a rap guy.
I'm all hardcore.
Anthony is at his girl's house.
Yeah, girl.
And she said, I'm going to invite some friends by.
Go ahead.
He's kicking off the R&B, right?
It's going to be R. Kelly and
Then
Michael
what
Jackson.
happens?
And then
Quentin gets there. He's like, I ain't listening to this.
You ain't got no DMX
I want
in
no
this?
Jodeci.
Man,
Yeah.
Jodeci cool, but yo, DMX.
Yeah. So then,
you know what I mean?
So what happened?
So he's like, yo, man, put on some X. He's like, nah, man. I'm listening to R. Kelly. Word? I'm going to play some X.
You know what? I got them backwards, their interest in music.
Oh, man, we got to start over.
I know. Anthony, who's at the place, likes to rap.
Yeah. Anthony's hardcore.
Osgood likes the R&B.
Of course. His
Go
name
ahead.
is-
Tell us
first
what
of all,
happened. Yeah.
Quentin Osgood. He's an R&B thug.
You
He's
just
like,
tell?
yeah. His name is
Because he's a
Quentin Osgood. Come on. Ain't nothing gangster about Junior. Ain't nothing gangster about
but hey,
Quentin
they
Osgood
start
Jr.
rapping, don't they?
They do.
Tell us about it.
So basically what happens, Anthony's like, you don't have no rap. You ain't got no Yeezy in your Seratos? Man, he's like, nah. It's just Jodeci and R. Kelly, the R&B thug. And he's like, nah, son. You need to turn up, put on some DMX, whatever. And so Osgood's like, look, fam, we in my crib. We're going to do, I don't even know you like that. Like, my girl invited y'all over. First of all, don't disrespect me. Tell me what to play in my house. Anthony's like, I don't care. It's rap or nothing. Rap or die, son. So like, all right, man, rap or die, whatever. What's good? Is that a challenge? You challenging me? Said Osgood. So Anthony said that's exactly what it is. Spit some bars. So they start going back and
Started
forth.
playing beat from his phone, right?
He started like, look, I got Fruity
I got
Loops
beats.
right here. I'm gonna pull up the Fruity Loops app right here. So Anthony's like, yo, I've been working on this beat for a minute. Osgood's like, whatever, man. I'm the R&B thug. I'm down. So they start battling. Boom, boom, boom. So apparently Osgood must have been killing Anthony on the bars. And then Anthony wasn't having that. He killed Osgood literally in his house.
You had it backwards, but
No.
it's fine. This is Osgood.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up this dude. See if
Don't
he
worry
any
about
kid-
You told me we had it
Anyways.
backwards the first time.
Anyways, no.
He looked like he could be my cousin though, man. I got some cousins that got
But this is Osgood. This isn't Madison.
Oh, that's not Madison.
No.
That's
Oh,
not. See,
okay. Yeah,
Y'all get the point.
He still look a little rough around the edges. Dang.
Yeah, so be careful who you invite
Osgood
to
was
your
wearing
house.
a big coat. He's claiming also that the knife was pulled on him first, but Anthony was just wearing gym shorts and a T-shirt, making it very hard to conceal a knife. Osgood was wearing a big coat in the middle of summer.
That's suspect.
He claimed the knife fell from Madison.
Why would you invite those kind of people to your house to begin with? Hey, dude with the puffy coat on in 90-degree weather, come back to my
Right.
house.
Osgood cranked his phone for beats. Yep. So the rap battle ended up in a homicide.
That is
in Minneapolis,
worst
of
case
all
scenario.
places.
That's terrible.
Right.
Oh, Chris from Black Tap says, hey.
Black Tap, great place to
what's
go
up?
for our locals.
Yes, if you like burgers, if you
Burgers,
like beer,
shakes, beers.
check it out.
Great
Black
service.
Tap. They've got one on Herald Square. It's 45 West 35th Street. Holler at Chris Antoine. He is the man over there.
Right down the street from
He'll
us.
hook you up. He'll tell you what kind of burger you should get.
Ask for
Pair it-
Mr. Antoine.
Pair it with a beer.
Yep.
And he's going to make sure you have a great
Good place.
experience. Those people
Head
are
down
great.
there. He's there right now.
Yeah. Do your
But
thing.
as soon as the show gets over, unless you're listening on your phone.
Yeah, then you can listen and walk there.
Seaside Town in the UK is planning to install anti-sex public toilets. They would spray occupants with water, sound an alarm when weight-sensitive floors figure out that there's more than one person in there.
So no fat people in this bathroom, basically.
Well, that's the problem. They don't know if they should move forward with this because it has the potential for cruel humiliation.
Oh, yeah.
For particular users.
Absolutely. And a lawsuit. Somebody go in there with their kid to change the diaper. And what happens? Traumatizing experience for that baby.
I don't know,
Traumatizing.
man. It's risky, but they're doing it.
I see what they're trying to do, but it's just...
Who knew it was that big of a problem?
I didn't know that having sex in that particular bathroom was that popular. I mean, if people are going to have sex in the bathroom, just let them.
If you're having sex in a public bathroom,
you deserve...
You're putting your life on the line.
You already know what's
already.
up. You already know what's up. You don't care about being safe.
People still do that, man.
People still do
that.
that.
Man.
Yeah, that.
So you don't even need to try to stop people from having sex in bathrooms, in public bathrooms. Just look, you know what's up. Roll the dice.
Yep.
Dude, I don't even like taking the piss in some restrooms, man. I can imagine like trying to have sex in a
I'm sure it's at that point it's
you just don't care at life with that. If you're doing something like that, you're just like, yeah.
No.
And speaking of some public sex, then there's another story
we got two
out of the UK as well, where a British man and woman plunged from 12 feet from a balcony while having sex.
Wow.
And what?
Yeah. No.
Go ahead.
No.
They're okay. They're alive.
Barely. He's in critical condition.
He was obviously on the bottom. I mean,
she's in stable condition.
I ain't knocking her. Like, somebody's going to get the cushion, right?
It's true. I mean, do you try to flip over while you falling?
Ooh, if she pulled that off.
Yeah. That's what you call jumping your bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't have sex on balconies or have, more responsible
UK's
sex.
got some freaky stuff going on.
Yeah. What kind of sex are you having that you fall off the balcony? The balcony. There's a guardrail on the balcony.
Yeah. Hotel balcony. And also, speaking of hotel balconies, I got an Atlanta story for you.
Uh-oh. ATL.
ATL. Shawty.
This one happened at the Regency, the Hyatt Regency.
Yeah. I know what it's
familiar with that one?
Yeah.
There was a man that flashed a housekeeper, tried to escape by leaping between balconies, and missed. 10 stories was his.
I'm sorry, man.
Well,
that's not funny.
It's not funny at all.
But that's a terrible
I
way
mean, he was flashing people. So he was.
If I'm flashing somebody, it's not that serious that you have to run and jump from one balcony to the other.
In Atlanta. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't.
How past you?
How recent was it? Maybe it was on like one of my many freaking delays on the flight trying to get here to New York, man.
Y'all got it. What kind of stuff
crazy.
y'all got going on?
It's
First of all, how close are these balconies, man?
It happened Monday night.
Monday. Well, hold on. What is today? I don't know. What is
Today's
today?
Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday. See, I don't even know, man. My schedule's crazy. Wednesday, Monday night. So I don't remember hearing that.
But that's never my go-to. Jump from one balcony to the other. Never have I ever been in a situation where I felt, you know what?
No, Jason Statham or
the
something.
only way out is to jump from one balcony to the other. I'll just get caught for flashing. I mean, it's probably not even a fine.
I'm.
I mean, he's dead now, right? Is he dead?
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
10 steps.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's dead.
Yeah.
Listening
to the Press Box Party.
Yeah, we get
917-477-7737. Of course, people are always saying, "Don't you guys ever have local stories?" Well, we got some local stories.
We got some local.
Yeah, we got some
uplifting
local.
stories.
Manhattan stories. They're just very. We got one involving Newark Airport, where a traveler abandoned a snake at the TSA.
Ooh, didn't want to bring them snakes on the plane. They've already made that movie. There's no need for a sequel.
Somebody bold enough to even get them to the TSA.
That's. I mean, what? Here's my thing is, man, like now people getting carried away with these service quote
This
unquote.
is my service snake.
Oh yeah,
like anything can be a service animal.
Yeah, like
now,
llamas
man.
are now.
Slithers around. This is my service snake.
You know, I was even even though it was a dog, I was on a plane and this lady had a pit bull as a
it's not a service
lady.
dog, man.
It's a pit bull.
It's not a
There's
service
no
dog.
way.
It's not.
That's a service animal.
It's service in the fight community.
But a snake, like how
pit bulls
how
are
is-
actually nice, but I know what
I mean,
you
yeah,
mean.
but I'm saying like, how is a snake? You know, you can have a pig or something like that. Like how? Like
How is
there's
it-
got to be some type of regulation as to like somebody's got to do something about this.
I mean, if you're gonna have a service animal, I feel like a snake would protect you.
And there it
more
is
than
too. This
anything
isn't a
else.
small snake. For those watching on our YouTube channel,
hold on, that's a what? That's a I don't know. That looks dangerous.
15-inch snake.
Oh, that's a
It's all-
yellow striper Corodol snake.
Whatever it is, I'm not touching it.
I just totally made that up.
Yeah. Look like
That's a Gary Black python. What's up, ladies?
What?
Craig, man, he be saying some stuff on here. I try to tell him our
Yo,
audience is 90% male, but he's a dreamer.
Yo, that snake looked like, man, y'all can keep that. Hey, if I was TSA, I wouldn't even let her on the plane with that. Just in case.
They didn't. She said, "Well, obviously this."
They
ain't
didn't.
She left it
She
at the.
ditched
Yeah,
it.
she
they don't even know who owned it. They just found it.
So
Another
clearly,
pass-
it wasn't that much of a service to anybody.
No.
To her. Nah.
Then
I'm
in
good.
Manhattan, on the lower east side.
Lower east side. Where
Lower
all the shady
east side.
stuff happens.
So that's the hood.
Somebody
basically.
turned
Down
2
in
condos into 18 micro apartments.
Yo,
so basically, a place that was meant.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me?
So they was like the size of a
The
bathroom.
ceilings were 4 to 5 feet high. Look at this picture with this guy that busted it. He's on his knees. Look at these doors. It's like something you'd find in Smurfs or something.
Yo, this is.
Wow.
Cut 2 condos in half horizontally so they could rent out 18 tiny units.
Who's renting these units,
Was it
bro?
for little people?
It better be a bunch of midgets.
Little
bro.
people, man.
I'm sorry.
Little people.
It better be a bunch of little people.
Come on, you don't know. Hey, you got to be politically.
I guess he was charging like $600. Somebody wrote in the comments like
in New York, $600
They're like,
ain't that bad.
That's not a bad deal.
Hey, in New York, hey,
$600 you gotta crawl.
I mean, you don't have no windows.
Look at this.
You don't have windows.
There's no condo big
the
enough to
tiny
chop
door.
up into 18 units.
But in New York, though,
There's
say
no
that
condo
you
big
live,
enough.
if you single by yourself, to say $600 is a
Even
steal.
if you have a brownstone, it's not big enough.
The
to
upper
cut up
unit
into-
only had 1 bathroom to share among 9 micro units.
Come on,
hey, that's
9
old
little
school.
people using 1 bathroom.
Hey, but $600 though.
No,
You know that's a come up in New York.
no, it's
though.
not. You're not coming up anywhere. You're gonna come up and hit your head on the ceiling.
$600 a month.
But they gotta have a height requirement though.
Only little people. Now, if they're only renting out to little people, then I'm with this. But I'm sure they weren't. Sure they were renting it out to normal sized adults, and so
wasn't for little people.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want to see some pictures of these people who were stupid enough to go along with this. Let them live there.
One commenter says $600 a month is a pretty reasonable actually for those.
600.
This is New York.
Hey,
I feel
it's
like
New
if
York.
somebody's
That's what I'm saying.
if somebody says, you know what, I'll live here, then let them. Let them.
Man. I'm just
Anybody dumb enough to say, you know what I want to do, crawl on my knees and go through a.
Micro apartments are a real thing, by the way.
yeah.
And they're not much. I mean, they have regular ceilings,
but
but they're not much bigger than you've seen.
I've seen
The
tiny
new
house
stuff. Yeah,
I've seen that joke.
No, but they
tiny
built
house.
one. They built one right down the street on 28th. They got
Wait,
one, and I watched them build it. It was just they were like stacking almost like trailers, like the back of truck trailers.
Wait, where is it?
They got them all over New York. Micro apartments. They're building them.
I'm gonna have to look this
The
up.
doors are regular size, but you just like cram like there's a kitchen, like a toilet, and you live and you buy all this. Like you fit a little tiny bed in, and like people live in them. And the ones in the brand new spots were not cheap. They were like they're all studios, obviously. They were like 2 G's. Yeah,
I'm already not feeling
And-
the price. Not for no micro.
because
Nothing.
they're like brand new. You know,
I'm not paying 2 G's.
One
for
of them
nothing
down the
micro.
street. One that's on 28th Street down the street from here has like a rooftop.
Nope.
I'm like, I just
See,
be.
but I don't know if you get a view like this. I mean, you got the Empire State
That's
Building
how they
across the
get
street.
you. Don't not for no micro apartment.
But I'm
do
saying,
it
like,
for-
but look, like we in a.
I
like,
got some. Hey,
what part of Manhattan we
I got
in
some
right
micro
now?
apartments that you sound
It's
like
like-
you're
it is like
interested in.
Midtown.
It's like Midtown up,
Yeah.
man. Hey, for 600,
You'll stay in a micro apartment.
if I'm saying if I was
You'll
coming
crawl
out
on
here,
your knees and and go through that
but
4-foot door, like it's
In
Alice
this
in
crazy-
Wonderland.
You
Man,
go
I-
crazy though.
you know,
You'd lose your mind, man.
You would lose your mind.
But
All you would be able to
Right.
do is lay in the bed.
I'm just saying, but it's New York though.
It'd be like-
600 is a steal.
Nah,
But you could stay at Rikers Island for free. I'll
can't.
tell you how.
Just commit a crime.
No, I'm just playing. There's no way I could live. No, that's crazy.
And you get food,
Yeah,
They feed you.
that's crazy.
alleged food.
But if you was in this area, you have a good view though of the Empire State Building. I'm still jealous of this. I can look out the window and like you guys got.
Take it in. Take it.
Hey, yo,
in.
this studio's nice, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this is
Glad
nice.
you like it, man.
I like being over here, man. Manhattan, stand up, man. Y'all doing something nice over here. Building 35, we in here.
Yes.
With the butler doorman and stuff, let Jonathan Craig walk right on in because he's that dude. I felt special walking in and I have to sign in and nothing like that. No security, no metal detectors. Just walk right on it. Yeah, right. You know, like, I got a pass, man.
Chris from Blacktap also said he hates service animals, so that's a general consensus.
Well, now you're making it sound like a little too. There's actually legitimate ones.
No, but like
you're making it sound like he hates the legitimate.
No, he
ones.
hates the illegitimate service animals, which makes it seem like
supposed to know that.
You know what I'm talking about. Don't try to give him a bad rap. Over here.
I just am helping you explain if you're gonna do PR.
We trying to say I'm doing a bad job at it. Twisting my words over here.
You got to watch out for our audience. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you got to watch out for you.
Twisting.
Yo, audience has been great, man.
The word twister over here.
Yo, audience has been great. Shout out to everybody commenting on the.
Yes, thank you guys.
Big ups to our guests coming in from Atlanta. Antonio Madison. One more time. What's
Appreciate
the Instagram
it,
handle?
Yo,
so people could look you up.
Tone_Madison. TONE_Madison. Like I said, anything about film related, if I can help out, if I can mentor, if I can get you a connect, man. If you serious about what you're trying to do, holler at your boy, and you know I'll do what it is I can. Mentoring my thing, connections. It's like we all in this together. I look out for people as people looked out for me in my journey coming up in this business. So yeah, but be sure again as we out here. Black Girls Rock on BET. That's what I'm out here for working. It will be on your television screen September 8th. Check your local listings. Yeah, I'm here, man. I got once I land the next movie show, it's still in the negotiations right now. I'll be back and let you guys know exactly what that's going to be and all the release dates and stuff like that. But yeah, shout out to all my people. Evansville,
stand up.
Evansville, Indiana, man.
Donnie
all my
Baseball.
people listening, man. I got to show love to
Donnie
y'all,
Baseball.
man. All my family and friends in the ATL.
ATL, stand up.
Yeah, man. And just everybody who's been rocking with me, man, into this show is impressed by. This is a dope show. What you guys got going on is amazing. I'm just happy to be here, be a part of this.
Thank
man.
you.
It's
Appreciate
been
your
an
knowledge
experience.
and everything you gave to today's show, man. I think a lot of people learned a lot today.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna show up like 10 minutes before 7 o'clock, but we know coming in 3 hours for production meetings.
Is real,
and going. I was
son.
like, this is the real deal. Like I'm like,
Real deal.
yeah, I wasn't, but it just shows a level of professionalism that you guys have, man. And
Thank you.
and I'm a fan, and like I said, just keep doing what you do, and anything I can do that can help the show, I'm here. Just hit me up.
Thanks a lot for coming through.
Thank you, sir.
Jonathan Gregg, always glad to have you.
Always good to be here, man.
Yeah. All our callers calling in. Thanks. All our people chatting it up. All our people that stayed silent, just listen. If you missed any portion of the show, you just could look it up on the show reels on mixlr.com, and it'll also be archived on YouTube if you want to catch the what the stream looked like on the video.
Yeah.
Up in Studio 35.
Just catch me from my good side, though. My good side on the screen.
And thanks to, Christopher Antoine, by the way, man. He did specify the legit service animals are okay.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Well, you should have brought that up earlier. It's all right, man. We got him.
We got you. Chris Antoine loves service animals.
On that note, check us out next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m., same place, same time.
And we headed to Blacktap.
Yeah. We're going to Blacktap.
Yeah.
Right down the street. If you don't know about Blacktap, it's on 35th. What's the cross street real quick on that?
The cross street is...
Somebody help me.
It's in Herald Square.
It's 5th. So. It's 5th, right?
5th and 6th.
Yeah, so if you're in Manhattan, come and hang out with us for the night. That's where we're going to be at?
Yeah.
I don't know where we at. They got too many numbers on these streets, but... We just in Manhattan. That's where we at.
Well, everybody's got a phone, so they know where to find it.
We right across the street from the Empire State Building. That's why I know, man.
All right, man. You've been listening to the Press Box Party. And see you guys next time. We are out. Peace.
Check it out. hit you with no delaying. So what you saying, yo? Silly with my 9 milli, what the dilly, yo?